Hello there, toy collectors. My name is Kevin, aka Toying Around, and I am very excited to bring you this special review.
If anything, the Kim family, they're archetypes.
Which is sad, but not always a bad thing.
I'm okay, I have one.
Let's,
Do you see all the name?
Let's try them. Let's still try.
Weird. It feels weird. See, I was saying it feels weird. I'm very uncomfortable. It's been a long time. It's only been a week, but it feels like a long time. Hello there, everyone. I'm Kevin, aka Toying Around. I'm a toy collector, toy photographer, and sometimes toy reviewer. I promise. I got more reviews coming. But you know, happy Thursday. You're watching Unboxing Thursdays. I have a huge pile of unopened toys. The guest who's waiting right now just saw the pile. It blocked the whole camera. He couldn't see me. But this stream is a weekly push for me to unbox these toys, and so that I can make more space for more toys. But this is a weekly wrap session with some of my friends in the collecting community, and we get to discuss this, you know, awesome hobby while we open up some toys. So thank you for joining, whether you're watching live or catching up later on the replay. You know, don't forget to hit the thumbs up, share this video where you can, you know, all your social media and stuff, and subscribe. Consider subscribing with the notifications on, and you'll know when I'm live here every week. And that really helps the channel grow and with the visibility and whatnot on YouTube. So thank you so much. And a big thank you to everyone who is subscribed and following on Twitch. If you prefer Twitch, I'm there as well, twitch.tv/toyingaround. And of course, thank you to all the people who are watching right now, the subscribers, especially the channel members. You saw their names posted up on the wall earlier in the intro. If you missed it, I'll shout out everyone in a little bit, reading it as fast as I can. If you don't know, you can become a channel member here. It's completely optional. Some of the benefits, you get like a badge next to your name when you're in the chat. You get exclusive emojis, and depending on the tier, you get different perks and whatnot. And it's an enhanced way to interact in the chat, and it helps, you know, with the videos that are happening here every week. It all goes to supporting the channel. So thank you. Last week on Unboxing Thursdays, awesome episode with The Amazing 796 Studios and the people behind Invincible Toys, Landon. If you're interested in that Kickstarter, go give that one a watch. There's a lot of good information in there. Before that, the week before that, Trevor 1/6 Shooter, and also before that, Robo. So all these are available on the channel in the Unboxing Thursdays playlist. Next week's episode will be The Enablers, the first Thursday of every month. Tomorrow, we will be talking about the newest. Have you seen that episode of What If? Oh my God. Have you watched it? If you have, come join us tomorrow, 9 p.m. Eastern. 6 Pacific. I will be chatting about episode 8 of What If with my friends Troy and Jason Lapidus. However, tonight, I am excited. You are here. We are all very excited. Tonight's guest previously was on Unboxing Thursdays very early on. He's a fantastic poser and reviewer, toy revealer, and an all-around nice dude. You can catch him on YouTube, or you can get his hand picks on Instagram. Not the weird handpicks, you perverts. This is Mr. J Hernandez. Some weirdos out there, man. You gotta make sure.
You gotta.
You don't want them to show up on IG and like, these aren't the handpicks I was looking for.
Kevin, I gotta tell you, dude, from a year, just a year right now, from like the last time that I was on your show to now, I would say, like, out of like our entire clique, you have the most impressive live setup I've seen. Like Mike's is awesome also. Like, I'm not taking anything away from Mike at all either. But like just the intro, you know, like the basically just like the title cards and whatnot. I'm like, damn, dude, like Kev's actually, like, you're kind of pro at this, man.
I'm producing the whole thing, you know?
Yeah.
But thank you. It means a lot, especially you know, you've been here since the beginning, so you've seen how it's grown from
how it's evolved and whatnot.
We were just on Instagram before, I think.
We were just on Insta, and then you would edit it up and then put it on YouTube.
Yeah. Edit. I just put it into one video.
You added some stuff, like you added some stuff, like sometimes like you would add like some music in the background and whatnot. It was fun.
Yeah. Well, thank you for being here, man. It's been a while since we've chatted like this, you know, even with the stuff that we've had going on recently. But it's nice to catch up with people in the community. I'm sure everyone here is already a fan of yours. Shout outs to everyone who's watching.
Hey guys, how's everyone doing tonight?
Oh my god. Um, do you have a message? I know people have where to follow you. You why don't you let everyone know where to follow you? Do you have a message for everyone? Nice introduction. People haven't seen you in a while.
Yeah, man. Well, what's up, everyone? How's everyone doing? This is just J Hernandez coming to you. Yeah, I actually, man, I haven't gone live in a while. I've been hanging out with the Infinity Equation. I want to say like for the past, maybe like for like the past half month or so.
Right.
Just filling in for Bobby while he's been on vacation and whatnot. Although I couldn't last week because, as some of you guys know, hey, I'm getting married. Getting married next, not this weekend, but next weekend. So that's going to be a lot of fun.
Congrats, man.
But yeah, for those of you guys who don't know me, you can see me on Just J Hernandez on Instagram. You can see me at Toy John on Twitter, and of course, you can find me here on YouTube, J Hernandez. Simply J Hernandez. J like the letter Hernandez. A couple weeks back, it seems like a couple weeks back, maybe it was like 3 weeks back or so, I had the wonderful pleasure, as Kevin did say, that I am officially a revealer now, which is great. I mean, because I would say that, Kevin, you're the first revealer, aren't you? You started the trend, didn't you?
No.
I thought, I could have sworn from the entire box set, I thought that Wolverine was first, or was it Super Sorrel who did the first one?
No, I think I was third. I think it was Foosh, and then Super. Is it Sorrel or Sorrel? Is Sorrel the mushroom? I don't know. I know
I can't. Why are you asking me? I can't read. Yeah, Sorrel or Super Sorrel. Oh, maybe it was the Foosh, wasn't it? Did they? Which one did they do?
They had Callisto.
That's right. They were.
Yeah.
That's right. It was VB, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So VB was the
Robo
first
doesn't
one,
get the stuff.
And then it was probably Super Sorrel with the second one, and then you did the third one, right?
I believe so. Yeah.
Hey, bronze ain't bad, bro.
I mean, the whole box set thing, the whole thing is cool. It doesn't matter.
Everything was fantastic, dude. But yeah, you were one of the first. So yeah, I didn't think that it would happen to me at all. But yeah, for those of you all who weren't aware, I had the wonderful honor of taking a look at the new Black Costume Spider-Man from the new Spider-Man Marvel Legends Vintage Wave, which is fantastic. And wouldn't you know, dude, like these days, I lie on that futon like Wolverine looking at a photo of Jean Grey when I think of this Spider-Man, dude.
Ever since you sent it back?
That's just me. Just like sometimes, dude, I will watch the video and I'm like, oh man, I really missed that figure.
Do you watch your own videos on mute, or do you leave it on? Or are you like, man, that guy's annoying?
Oh no, you know what? More often than not, like if I ever need to like look at a pose for a reference, or if I ever need to look at a picture that I took, I'll usually put it on mute. Like,
oh nice.
There's a reason why I coined the phrase "less talk, more figure," because I don't like hearing the sound of my own voice at times.
Yeah, I know. Me too. I don't like looking back on my previous videos often. Like, it's so cringy.
Neither do I, dude. Which is why a lot of people get mad at me because I delete them. I delete, like, say if a video's been around for like 3-4 months and like it hasn't really gained any more traction. I'm like, all right, it's time to get rid of this. Or even before, I'll take a look at it. And if I'm not digging on it, or if I'm just annoying myself, I'm like, no, let's delete this thing.
Really?
I think, the shelf space, it's expired by now. Let's just get rid of it. So that's what I'll do. Like somebody in the comments of one of my videos today, they're like, can you put your Punisher custom back up, please? I really wanted that recipe. And that was an old one, dude. Yeah. That was like one of my first custom videos like ever. And I wouldn't even consider myself a customizer. It was just like a simple kit bash video.
Well, you've got some cool stuff to show off today. let's we'll get into that real quick. I just want to thank everyone who's watching right now. Take some time out to there's a lot of people in here. Thank you so much, everyone who's watching. If you're in the chat, try to shout you out if there's enough time. We have channel member Darth Gutierrez. What's going on? Bread C29, Lucky Butter. What's going on? With the knives out. Shout outs to all of the Tuesday crew backstabbers. Mr. Jonz. Mr. Jonz, also thank you, Chris, so much for the lovely thumbnail that's being used in this video. Please do check out Mr. Jonz's artwork. So Jay's links and Mr. Jonz, Chris, all their links are in the description. Check out their socials, IG, YouTube, just all fantastic dudes. But again, thank you, Chris. We have Carol Ann Stankos in here. How are you doing? Mobile Recluse. We have member of the Butter Nation, Toy Rensu, Loki. How are you doing, fellas? Pure Soul 81. I'm going to do this as fast as I can. Yes, the art is dope for sure. Toy Malarkey, AZ Toy Hunters, Papa Schmitty says he's going to catch us on the replay. So when you hear this, how's it going? Tony Collector 10, Star Marvel 76. What's going on? Winger Lose, my fellow Canadian. Cloud is watching overseas with some new toys. Hopefully you're unboxing. If you're watching this and you're opening some toys, post a picture on Instagram, post a picture on social media, tag me, put the hashtag toyingaround. I'll find it somewhere. And it's cool to see everyone enjoying this and opening toys, enjoying the toys at the same time. We have RMD Collective. I am Micah, Omar Vasquez. How you doing? Trevor McGuire, Cerebral Deep. Oh, all of these awesome people in the Butter Nation. Mike, High School Creations. What's going on? Plastic
Mike in the house.
Dorian G is the Fallen Fett, one of the secret unlockables. Man, that's a good question. You guys have to share your suggestions to Chris. I'm sure he'll love the flood of DMs coming in. We have Chamba here. Gross Fidelity, 1-6 shooter. What's going on, Trevor? Nathan's Toy Nation. Hello, Yoko. Good evening. I hope you're well. Happy Thursday. Marcus Yee. Adam Gonzalez. What's up, Gonzo? Mario Saavedra. Cerebral Deep. Happy Accidents. We're just going through this. Oh, hello. Dan Who Reviews. Welcome.
Dan Who's in the house.
Dan is in the house. Pow! He said it really loud today. He said hello there back to me in the chat today. Super loud. What is that?
The story, man. The story.
Oh, yes. Awesome.
Cross stream. All about cross stream.
Paul Morales. Gary is watching. How are you doing? Gary's watching on Twitch. David De La Huerta. Orange Julian. Oh, man. Thank you, everyone, for being here. This list is just going on. Trevor McGuire. I think that's Old Man Hosetown. Yeah, thank you. A lot of these names are repeating, and I'm trying to get through it. NYC Figure Fanatic. Yes, I am hiding my zombie finger. It's so gross. It's really gross. Do we want to use the toy cam later and see the status of my zombie nail? It's
oh my god! What is it? Is it gangrenous or something?
No, I jammed it on a ground ball at baseball, and then it went pure black. My finger swole up. Swole is Ben Solo. No. I don't know what it is. Past tense. It was pretty fat and purpley, and then slowly the bruised part of the nail has been shifting forward, and I've never had a nail fall off. So people are like, oh, you're gonna lose that nail, you're gonna lose that nail, and I don't know how it works, but I can see now there's some space between the nail and my. Anyway, it's terrible.
I've been there, dude. I've definitely been. It's gnarly. It really is gnarly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lovely. I have the championship game on Sunday. I'll be playing with 9 nails. Doombot 9000. Justin's here. Tech and Collect. Scarlet Kid, Articulated Heroes. All right, sorry guys. I think we should get to the toys. Appreciate you being here in the chat. If there's something that I missed, something super important, send it again. Or if you want, you can use a super chat, or you can just send it again. I'll try to get. Oh, people are telling me about their nail stories. All right, unboxing Thursdays. It's fun to open toys, and what better way to do it sitting with your friends? You know, you here, Jay, everyone in the chat, and it's just a cool thing, cool pastime to do with your friends. What have you got? I know you couldn't wait, and you prematurely opened some toys on Instagram.
Do you collect Mofex? Yeah, you have the Miles Morales.
But yeah, some of them. Some of them.
Yeah.
I can't go hard and grab every single one because it at that price point, and then I feel like sometimes it takes so long, I lose interest
No, that's
in it.
fair.
So the character has to be really, really, somebody that I'm really invested in for me to grab Mafex. See that
Because like
berserk?
I swear, man, like if you would if you had seen the Gambit in hand, this Mafex Gambit, it
Mhm.
really is something else. You know, I was like, there's just no way. Like, I have to open it, man. Like, I have to just open it now. And that's
Okay.
because like I have like a very humble stack of boxes here,
Yeah, it
that
was.
I have to open. But that one just could not wait at all. That one could not wait at all.
I do want to see that Gambit later on. What do you have to open though? And people
All right.
in the chat, if you see something you want, you think Jay should open first, let us know in the chat.
Let's see. Well, first I've got something from Mezco, and this right here, I've actually been saving this one. This is all The Amazing's fault right here, because I didn't have any intention of buying these at all. And then I went ahead and I checked out his photo set on this. If I can get this open right now. I checked out his photo set, and he had every single color of the Krigs with these
Oh, right.
these cosmic color skulls here.
Right.
So really, I just got these. I got these for here. Go ahead and open them now because I haven't opened them yet. I got these simply for the white, red, and black skulls, and possibly the yellow skull. Seeing that the yellow Krig, the Hornet, is supposed to be coming out as well. So yeah, I got these. So what it is that I'm gonna go ahead and do right now, I'm gonna open it up. Yeah, there we go. And I got my Krigs right here just to see what it is that they look like, because I've actually been kind of excited.
live kit bash
to put these things on. Here, let's see. And not only that, like I never get to play around with these guys. So now that I have an excuse, oh yeah, I love that. I like that a lot.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Let me see. It should go. Yeah, it goes right in. Sorta, kinda. Yeah. So yeah, there's like the black one. And then of course I got the So one thing about the Krigs is their rifles never stay put. So yeah, you got the white one now, which is great. Love that. And it's cool seeing that like these are all my favorite colors too. Only came with one red skull. Ooh, toy can. Yeah. So
forgot about that.
Ahead and put them over here, so everyone can take a better look at them. There we go. And that Gambit is just lovely. That Gambit is beautiful. I'm up in the air right now as to whether or not I'm going to be doing a video, because as some of you guys know, I am planning for a wedding right now, so I have no idea how my fiance is going to be taken to me spending an entire weekend playing with one individual toy.
You'll be fine. You'll be fine.
Oh man, this one's awesome. Here, check this one out. That's so rad.
Okay,
so,
that's
yeah.
pretty cool.
So that was all D Amazing's fault. That was entirely all D Amazing's fault. I had no intention of buying these skulls at all. And speaking of which, did you see the Captain Nemo stop motion vid that Mezco put up today?
Just
Doesn't
today.
that look terrific? That looks great. So it's supposed to be up tomorrow at 1:00. So hoping to get that before I go out and get my haircut so I can look spiffy for next weekend.
Oh, you have 1 week to if they mess up your haircut, you have 1 week to grow it back.
1 week to like kind of like grow it out a little bit. Yeah. I'm probably gonna like shave my crustache off as well. Seeing
how fast is it growing that it'll be okay in a week? I wish my nail would grow that fast.
My hair, dude, my hair grows so fast, man. And that's because like I just got a haircut. Like I just got a haircut like 2-3 weeeks ago, something like that. And it just
I got a haircut today just for you.
just so you could look nice and spiffy. You got
Yeah, of course.
that nice shorn drip on Unboxing Thursdays.
I can't show up looking like a actually no, the first episode of Unboxing Thursdays, I was like deep into COVID hermit mode.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I had
We
like
all were.
my
We all
hair
were.
was all long, what you would normally call facial hair, but I don't think it would have classified. It was all a mess. It was gross. And that was like when I really didn't care. It was pure bum mode. I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna open toys, and whoever watches this watches this. And
We're on
apparently
Instagram Live anyway. Who watches Instagram Live?
yeah, that was somebody enjoyed it, I guess, because now we're here at episode 70, dude. Episode
Hey,
70.
there we go.
Thank you for being here.
So episode 70, do you have something awesome lined up for the 100th episode?
I don't know. I don't know what I want to do. Should I do like 100? Should I do 104? And then I know like that's coming up, even though it's still 30 something off. And I don't know what to do. Should I do a big, I mean, giveaway obviously would be cool. Should I just leave? Should I just leave like Bilbo Baggins in the middle of his own party, put on the ring and disappear and run away?
Yeah,
You know,
kind of like Luke Skywalker, like Return of the Jedi. Like he just kind of like looks, gives that nod.
In the middle of the party?
Middle of the party. Yeah.
I don't know.
I think that'd be kind of tough, man. Is it better to burn out or to fade away?
Mm-hmm. That mean that implies that like I'm at some sort of peak where I can burn out. I'm not that egotistical like Mario. I know he's in the chat.
Could you imagine if Mario made his own channel, man? He would put us all to shame.
He has a channel. We've been pushing him to try and do more stuff.
It's true. He does have a channel. He just never uploads anything to it. Challenge! Do it, man.
Do it. He'll be good. He should do it. 100th episode. Maybe I'll finally unbox my Sentinel. Please. Okay. Like I have to get. Sorry, Jay. Do you have a Sentinel on order?
I actually don't. I'm probably gonna be buying one from Laser Pants from Ryan.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So he's gonna be hooking me up after the fact, which is nice because like when the Sentinel came out last year in the midst of a pandemic, I was like, I don't know, man. Like, am I gonna have money like a month from now? I have no clue.
Right.
And like, wouldn't you know that people still perform online and on film? So that's how I ended up making money. I was like, oh
nice.
Oh wow, it's like this actually works. So like I was kicking myself. I'm like, I actually could have afforded this. But I was like, I was too paranoid because I was trying to play it safe. I was just trying to play it real safe. And
you're trying to be a responsible collector?
Yeah. And the other thing that I didn't know, was that Mafex was going to be late on everything. So I was expecting like all of these pre-orders to drop at once. Or like, no, they're delayed for another month. And if I would have known that all of these things were going to be late, I could have afforded this Sentinel, man. And I didn't go for it. So Ryan, he took pity on me because he bought like 5 or something like that. So yeah, but who's to say like how much shipping is going to be costing me all the way from the West Coast, man.
Maybe you could take a road trip.
It probably costs the same in gas.
honeymoon trip. Just make sure there's a space for the Sentinel in the seat when you come back.
In our Chevy Trax. Yeah.
So I'm prepping for a toy show on this Sunday, and I'm looking to sell. Okay, here's the worrisome part, Jay. I have one of those giant totes that like I could lay down in. One like 70-liter tote and a Batmobile Deluxe that I haven't opened. And if I sold all of this stuff on Sunday, I feel like I haven't made much room here in the den. Like I've already put all the stuff aside. I'm like, this is my for sale pile. When there's a show, I'm gonna bring it. So now if I could bring it, but that space I already filled it. Yeah. Other stuff. So I'm kind of worried. So I really, really need to sell everything this weekend. And that's why I need to open this stuff and get rid of these boxes. Last week I got most of the Age of Apocalypse wave, but I didn't really end up opening that much. So I think I opened just Iceman with the Toy Migos afterwards, but I have most of that wave to open today.
Oh, nice.
I still want to open this Beast Kingdom Buzz Lightyear because I'm still looking for a good set of Woody and Buzz Lightyear as a pair. So I'm going to check this one out. Today I grabbed just because, I mean, he's okay.
Yeah.
Loki's a good character. But I was looking at this, I'm like, oh, what? He doesn't really hold anything. What are his hands for? So, but it's okay. I'll open that.
You probably print up some daggers for him.
Oh, here. Let me make this easier on everyone. I ordered this from Amazon Japan.
Ooh, nice.
I wasn't sold on it from D Amazing's video. It's the first time that he didn't enable me with one of his reviews. But the reason I bought this was like, I didn't think this face looked as good as the Marvel Legends compared to the character or the actor, but I couldn't, like, I wanted to see for myself. So I ordered it anyway from Amazon Japan. It took them a week and a half to ship it out, but when they finally did, it took 2 days to get here from Japan.
DHL?
DHL, yeah.
Yeah, man, that stuff is magic.
So for American people, when you order from Ami and whatnot and use DHL, you guys don't get hit with duty. With Canadians, it's almost guaranteed to have duty. And yes, in my mind, I'm fighting back the urge to make duty jokes.
Yeah, I was actually as well.
Responsible collector.
You're not alone. You're not alone.
I ended up going through Amazon Japan, and there was no DHL duty. And but I think there was like a small shipping fee, which is the same as Ami. So go check it out. Amazon Japan. Why am I saying it like it's the first time you've heard of it? I'm just saying, like, give it a shot. It's pretty cool. It's pretty good. I'm planning to do a shot with Surtur and Gandalf the Grey. So I went onto my local. Here it's called Kijiji. I guess it's kind of like Craigslist, and it's this Toy Biz from 2001, Gandalf the Grey. This guy had it for $10. I'm like, yeah, I'll pick it up. But then I grab it, and this box is 20 years old.
Oh, man.
It's in such good condition that I don't even want to open it anymore. Like, I don't know, are there Lord of the Rings fans, or if you're just a fan of toys, like if this came out of a time capsule, it's 20 years old. It's insane.
Yeah, I definitely feel you on that. There was one figure I got. This was about 3 years back. I got a Pee-wee's Big Adventure, Pee-wee and his bike.
Wow.
And the card was so dang pristine. But I wanted that bike. I wanted that bike so bad. And it was one of those things, man, to where it's like, what are you gonna have more fun with? You know?
Yoko says stop saying 2001 was 20 years ago. No, it was only 10 years ago. No, it's negative 10 years. It's only the 90s. Rick Jones says open it. Pure Soul 81 says I love Lord of the Rings. Trevor says get the Loyal Subjects one. No, thank you.
All right. Okay. So say that if you ever wanted to buy another one, how much would it cost?
Like of this figure?
Yeah.
I'm hoping that I find it at the show this Sunday, that somebody has a loose one and I can just grab it.
That you can just grab that one. Like
Yeah.
how much is a loose one? Say like on eBay or something like that.
If this is $10 locally, I mean, I don't see myself spending more than 20 at that, because ultimately it would balance out to 15 a piece, and I can delude myself into thinking that's okay. But look, I mean, as I say, it's a time capsule. New Line Cinema and AOL Time Warner Company. Let me get that in frame there. Visit lordoftherings.net. AOL keyword Lord of the Rings. Crazy, right? I'm sure there's people right now who are like, what the hell is AOL? Keyword. Toy Biz Marvel, visit marvel.com. Grand is the company that I guess imported it or makes the packaging, French English packaging in Quebec. And then it's cool to see stuff like this. I don't know if this is focusing. We constantly improve and update our products. Sometimes as a result of these improvements, what is seen on the package may differ somewhat in color and content from the product inside, French that I can't read. Toy Biz, a division of Marvel Enterprises. Copyright 2001 Marvel Enterprises.
Oh yeah, Avi Arad, the man himself. And like for their time, man, like those Lord of the Rings Toy Biz figures, they weren't half bad. I remember I had a few ring wraiths back in the day, and I thought those were pretty terrific as far as sculpt is concerned.
Well, the funny thing is, the horses that came in this set are still pretty good for today's.
Yeah, the horses are beautiful, man.
They set the bar pretty well for today. You can still buy them relatively cheaply and use them for photography in 1/12 scale. The funny part is, I met up with this dude and I gave him the money. He's like, "Hey, I think you bought something from me before." I'm like, "Oh, really?" I didn't recognize him. And then he goes, "Yeah, you bought a horse from me." I'm like, "Oh, that's right. I bought the horse with Liv Tyler and Frodo, the Arwen and Frodo set." He's like, "Yeah, that was me." So I ended up buying from the same dude twice that I didn't even realize it. Look at this set. There's a arm action, and the wand lights up. There's a sword. You put batteries in his forearm. I should probably check on those.
That's the one thing, dude. I mean, speaking of like battery, as I light up my blood Krieg here, is that I get really paranoid about batteries in action figures and them rotting out over time.
Yeah. A lot of my childhood toys have that. The acid has come out.
Yeah, like a lot of my old Marvel Toy Biz stuff. Like we're talking about before Marvel Legends. We're talking about like those 5 or 6 point of articulation. Like, yeah, they turned out really ugly.
Does it come with an AOL disc? I don't even have a CD-ROM in my house. How would I even? I don't have AOL chat. I'm still waiting for my ICQ to load up.
It's like we're on Netscape right now.
What's up, Cap Lives? Cap Lives is the same age as this Gandalf. Oh man,
that really puts things into perspective, doesn't it?
That's what I mean. Like I said, there might be some people in the chat who don't even know.
Yeah, we don't even know like what this stuff is.
I've jokingly explained VHS and CDs and cassettes here, and it's not a joke anymore.
Don't even get us started on laser discs.
I've been fighting back pains all week, so it's not surprising that like I'm feeling old.
Oh, dude, I hear you, man. Like, I've just been like, dude, like once I just turned 40, and dude, like it sucks because like it feels like I'm going through like a second puberty, but like this second puberty is just like me, just like on the downward slide, to where you're like you become 13 and 14. It's like, oh man, like I feel the greatest I've ever felt in my life, and now like post 40, I'm like, I feel the worst I've ever felt in my life. What's going on? I
thought you meant second puberty. Like, what is this hair?
Pretty much. No. But like now it's just like looking at my ears. I'm like, what is this hair? What's this? What's this growing out? What is that? Like you just turn into this gaseous mess.
Oh my God.
It's going to be fun, guys. You got a lot to look forward to.
So, when Trevor 1/6 shooter, right?
Oh yeah,
he was on 2 weeks ago.
Yep.
And we talked about this topic where myself and my friend DK had this conversation years ago, where it was before doing this whole YouTube thing, and he was like, he was serious. He's like, when do you see yourself stopping collecting? And this is before I met so many of these awesome collectors online, who are a little bit more advanced in their years on this earth. So I never occurred to me that like at 45 and older, like people would still be collecting. So we had a serious discussion. He's like, do you think you're going to stop at some point? Is 40, like, you sell everything? Are you still going to be collecting at 45? And I was like, oh, I don't know. But then now all this stuff happening and this room has blown up. It's like, I don't see that stopping at all. Has that ever crossed your mind?
I mean, well, the thing is, man, seeing that I'm a little up in years right now because like Kevin, like what you just turned 30, right? Are you even in your 30s yet?
Are you serious?
I'm for real serious. Like sometimes age with some folks, you just can't tell.
Yes, I am 37.
Okay, I don't feel as bad talking to you then. Come
on. I was talking about cassette tapes in
No,
2001.
this is true. No, dude, like I know that with an occupation like mine, which is just so uncertain, like sometimes, like my career is just booming, it's lucrative, and I go from like contract to contract to contract. And then there's sometimes to where I'm like, it's like it's feast or famine. And sometimes I'm in a famine, and sometimes there's absolutely no cash coming in. And I find that I stop collecting due to mere circumstance. Like this happened to me like back like when I graduated from the University of Virginia, and I was just fresh baby with my master's, had no idea what the hell I was doing, and I had an amazing collection, and like some of it like was irreplaceable. And like even like watching like Devilman Crybaby like this last week, and just thinking about all of these beautiful Yasushi Nirasawa figures that I just sold for a song, man, just so I could pay my rent. Like those are the times to where you stop collecting because you have to,
Right.
It's because it's sometimes it's very rare. Like even like a friend of mine who here in Philly, who I'm not going to name names, beautiful customizer, but he was just like, I just can't afford this anymore, man. Like I got 2 kids, I got a wife, I got a car payment, I got a mortgage. I can't do it. So he sold me like some legends that like I had been looking for a while, and I felt so bad about it too. I felt so bad. But at the same time, I was like, well, it's like, that if you sell them to me, they're going to a good place because that I'm not going to just turn right around and, sell them at a profit or something like that. But yeah, dude, it happens. Like it really does happen to where I find that most dudes, when they get a little older, it's not because they lost the passion for it. It's because, they just don't have, like sometimes folks just don't have the means for it anymore.
Oh, for sure.
Because it's true, dude. Like even like this week, I'm like, man, how much have I spent this week on just stuff, or even just cash that I haven't spent today, but it's gonna be spent later on because I just put in for like 2 Georges yesterday, So that's like $50 to Hasbro Pulse right there.
Yeah. It is, I guess it is a place of, where you are in life and, collecting within your means, obviously. It is a luxury.
Speaking of which, another set, well, 2 sets that I still regret selling was, of course, number 1, my entire freaking Devilman set, and then my legendary comic book heroes, if you ever got into those. Like those are the one, like that's the one with like the Pit Build-A-Figure,
yeah,
Monkey Man. I was so dumb, and I sold those things for a song, man. Like back in the day, like in 2009 or 2010. Oh man.
I had one more thing to show that I got this week.
What do you got?
I haven't decided if I'm going to open it yet. Actually, let me see this poll first. What's the poll? 67% say I should unbox my fingernail. That's, I don't know. I don't want to piss off 39%. Maybe, I don't know. Check my IG later. Maybe I'll post a picture for all the weirdos.
Put it in your story so it doesn't last forever.
I can see the space between my fingernail and the top of my finger. Is it supposed to, like, is there some sort of tissue sticking it together? It's so weird.
It is weird because I like the same, like something really gnarly happened to this one, and the way that it grew out was just awful. It really was, and it was to the point, like even like looking at it myself, like I would put like electrical tape like just like a black piece of tape on it every single day because I was so disgusted by my own finger. I just didn't want to look at it at all.
So I feel like I can feel where the nail ends, like under the skin, like on my finger part. Is that accurate?
Yeah.
So does the new nail start pushing out like pushing out a baby tooth?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh my
It's gonna be really weird, man.
Does
like
it
you're gonna
hurt?
you're
'Cause
you're
I
gonna
don't
feel
feel
like
any
Jeff
pain right now.
Goldblum from The Fly, dude, with like how it's gonna like grow out and whatnot.
Oh. Oh. Whoa. I've been messing with Mario all week. He's been sending me these gifs of people throwing up. Growth Fidelity, yo, thank you for the super chat, man. Appreciate it. Says thanks to Kevin. I dropped more than I expected on Hasbro PulseCon exclusives on Monday. Oh, I was gonna say my last item. I don't know. I saw Ryan was in here earlier.
Was Ryan here?
Does it look like my face? Yeah, I have this. The Venom Hasbro PulseCon exclusive.
I'm very jealous of you at the moment right now.
Chat, I put a poll. What do you guys think?
Open it.
It's obviously a month early, and it's not like, oh man, I don't know if I should open it yet. Should I wait? My nail is the new Venom. I don't know what that means. I watched Venom today, and he says it's he gave it a 4 out of 10. So that's pretty bad. What's up, Thomas Brock? It's GIF? It's GIF. I can't remember which one is which.
I prefer GIF myself.
GIF?
I like GIF.
How easy is it to get a time stone? Have you guys watched?
I haven't seen it yet. I'm going to watch it later tonight.
I will not speak about it. It's just every episode. So tomorrow I'm going to be talking about the episode, and since we're all toy collectors here, which figures I want to see from the episode. And we do that with every episode, with a lot of shows, what figures we want to see, what figures are already made, what other merch is out there, and there's some good stuff on this week's episode of What If. So
of course, just from that promo shot alone, I want that Ultron. I really want that Ultron. I had posted about that on Twitter before yesterday. That thing, it looks so cool. It looks so cool.
Since I can't pronounce things, is this T Bellet or is it Belay? Is it French? But thank you for becoming a channel member. Let me know in the chat.
Or if it's Spanish, it's Beye.
Beye.
Or if you want to get super Spanish on it, Beje.
You can super Spanish?
Because sometimes with Spanish it's either ella or eje.
What is this? Aw, which one is this?
Strawberry shortcake.
Strawberry shortcake? Oh man, you're the best.
So first you make me jealous by showing me a Venom. And now you're making me even more jealous by eating a strawberry shortcake right in front of me.
It's a strawberry shortcake donut.
Oh, come on!
Half of one, and it's like filled in the middle. I don't know how I'm gonna. I appreciate it. I don't know how I'm gonna eat it without getting this all over everywhere. I'll just show this. Okay, guys. So there's this, this box art on the back is gorgeous. This, obviously, everyone knows is freaking gorgeous.
That is super duper cool. Even just the box itself is super duper cool. That is so rad.
So what do I do?
How's about this? Okay, let me open up something, and then you make up your mind as to whether or not you want to open it up.
We'll see what the chat says. Yeah, open up something.
All right. So I've had this for a while, and I have not opened it up yet. This is that Mattel exclusive Scare Glow from the Evolution line that I have not opened this thing at all. As you can see, the instructions are still here, the warnings or whatnot. But yeah, like this, I had seen pictures of this online. Now this is like, I don't know if you had like if you'd ever collected Mattel before, like DC Universe Classics or anything like that. This is like, or of course, like even like their Masters of the Universe Classics. Now this is them getting back to their roots right here, just like with the presentation that they
Look at
have.
you. You're like
with
a
the
game
box
show,
itself.
like a Vanna White there with the brushing along the box.
Well, because it's textured, dude. It's textured. It's insane, like how textured this thing is. So, like, if you had like gotten like Man Bat back in the day, or if you and like look at this, like it's magnetic. You open it like a storybook, and it's got like the light feature in there as well.
Oh, that's cool.
Isn't that insane? So yeah,
It's a little party inside the box.
right? So yeah, so if you remember, like back in the day with like the DC Universe Classics with Man Bat, with there was this really weird Batman that they had, and this was like one of their first ever like con exclusives, to where like it was a Batman that was sculpted by the Four Horsemen, by the way, that was like mid unmask.
Oh
so
yeah,
like
yeah.
it was. Do you remember that one? So it was like mid unmask, and it came in like one of like these really fancy boxes. So I feel that this is like Mattel really getting back to their roots. Here, let's see. Open up this tape here. If I can get to it. I don't want to. This is like one of those rare moments where I'm like, I don't want to ruin the box.
What's up?
But I do want to
Delco
play with
says,
this figure though.
What's up, guys? It's holiday morning here in HK. Confirm for me, is this HK Hong Kong
In Hong Kong?
or like Helsinki or something? I think it's the second one.
Oh wow! It comes right out. Oh, and let's see. Oh, I'm so happy that it doesn't have like a bunch of like twist sticks on it and stuff. Like, oh,
why
like
are you so awesome? You brought me baby wipes?
You
best.
have got someone looking out
the
for
best.
you, bro.
Are you watching
You have got
upstairs?
someone looking out for you.
Oh my gosh, you're the best. Oh, Hong Kong. Awesome. I'm from Hong Kong. There we go. Thank you for watching. Let's see. The chat says Venom 92%. Okay, so what happened was,
of course you're gonna open it. Come on, man. You can. Okay, let me break you off some quick theater facts. So Anton Chekhov, who was a playwright in the early 1900s, he says if you put a gun on stage, it has to go off. It has to. You know, like there's no other way. If you're in the middle of a play and there's a gun on stage, it has to go off sometime in the play.
right?
It's the same thing with this Venom. Like you can't just like show a Venom and just say, "Should I open it, you guys?" Of course you gotta open.
I need some more clarification. Is stage left to the left of the viewer or the left of the performer?
That's why you say audience left. You say audience left or audience right. Right
okay.
there. But if you're on stage, it's just stage left or stage right. But if you're in the audience, audience left, audience right.
Okay. That always did mix me up. But then now that there's audience left and right. Okay, let the gun go off. So here's what happened. Here's what happened this week. Now, obviously, part of the appeal with the retro line is this beautiful packaging. You can see I have Kingpin here. I have the rest of Wave 1, which I plan to put on the wall. Now, it got me thinking, when I open this, now I need another one to put on the wall. Do I put it on the wall with this box? Or do I take the card out and then put that on the wall and then keep this box somewhere? Because obviously I'm keeping this. Ryan said I better keep the shipper box, which he's right. And then that got me thinking, it's like we're just buying these figures to cover up the space on the wall. And that's when I messaged Toy Farce. And I was like, hey, did you ever do a story about like, because Toy Farce, he does like parody and satire
Yeah.
within the toy community. So I was like, have you ever done a story like this where like, hey, they're just gonna at some point they're just gonna start selling you wallpaper? And he said no, but that's a pretty good story. And
I had
I don't
seen
want to
that
go
one. That was
tell him
actually
what
pretty
to
funny.
write. You know, it's like going to a comedian and be like, hey, you want to know what's a funny joke? Like that just seems wrong. But you know, I brought it up with him, and then he almost like within an hour messaged me with these Photoshop edits of actual, you know, retro card wallpaper. Because like I'm guilty of it too. I have some Star Wars retro cards. There's a whole bunch. Marvel, there's a whole bunch from everybody, and it looks good. There's no denying it looks good. But it's like, you know, they should just sell at some point. It's gonna click. The toy company be like, hey, maybe we'll just sell them wallpaper. And you know what? I posted it as a joke, and some people responded in the comments. They're like, I would actually buy it.
I would
Like,
actually buy that. Yeah.
yeah. Who's Mario's like, who's making this? Let's go. Let's buy it. Let's make it.
You know what they used to do. You know what they used to do, and Ryan Ting is probably incredibly familiar with this. Is that back in the 80s and early 90s, you could go into a comic book shop, and what it is that they would sell, like there were sometimes to where, of course, like Impel would sell like their own Marvel cards and whatnot.
Mhm.
But like there were like other independent, companies that were making their own cards. So they would have like this one sheet of just the entire card set that they
Oh
would
wow.
just sell in this, in this large poster. And I had a few back in the day. I had one for Spider-Man, I had one for Wolverine, and I had one for whatchamacallit, I can't remember. It was probably like something specific, like Ghost Rider or something like that. And there was just like these, and I just put them on the wall. Boom, boom, boom. And like, could you imagine, like, if you had like all of these, it would just be an entire wall filled with
Yeah.
just images of cards. It was gorgeous. I loved it. and I think like back in the day, like they cost anywhere between $18 to $20. That's how much these things cost. And this
Dang.
was like back like in 1991 or so, somewhere around there.
And that's why when I had a chance to interview Dan and Dwight from the Hasbro team, I asked like, you guys ever consider some sort of art book or something with a lot of the, you know, the box
That'd be
art that they
really
have on this
cool.
stuff?
That
That
would
would be
so
amazing.
cool. I would totally buy that.
Because I don't know, they have those Marvel comic variant covers or Star Wars ones where they're actually like different characters, but in a card, an action figure form for variant covers. And I think there's a Star Wars collection with all that stuff. I mean, that stuff, people want it. You can make a cool wallpaper out of it. So it's like,
Yeah.
I don't know, some jokes are born out of like there's an actual desire for stuff,
Yeah.
or bad ideas are born out of desire for stuff. Kyle is in the chat. What's up, Kyle? Kyle from Super 7, also from Super 7. Yoko, she says Super 7 has done wallpaper before too. So yeah, there you go. I don't know how that worked, but maybe action figure wallpaper in the toy room. I think if you can sell like a Han Solo in carbonite to wrap around a fridge, you can do action figure wallpaper
Oh
for the
yeah.
wall.
I would imagine that like third parties are doing that right now anyway. Like you could probably go on Etsy and buy something like that.
Yeah. Monkey 29 DNA called me out for sure. It says Kev is trying to change the topic from opening Venom. Hell yeah, I'm just stalling.
All right. Have you played with, and this is my first revelation figure. And I got to admit, this thing is actually really nice. Granted, it's premium because it's got the beautiful wired cape. It's got like that glow in the dark head. This thing is like really, really cool. Hold on, let me put some light on
There you
this
go.
guy here. Yeah, that's gorgeous. I like that a lot. Yeah. I'm happy I opened this guy. He's been waiting for the longest time.
That's the stock cape?
Yeah.
Wow.
Although the one that's going to be mass market is not going to have a wired cape.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah. So which is why I'm happy that I was able to pick up the con exclusive here. This thing is just nice.
Just make it for everyone. It looks so good. Why would you want someone to have like an uglier version of this?
Because
is
it's cheap.
awesome.
Because it's cheaper, I guess. Cheaper to make for everybody to have.
Yeah, I know. Sometimes I just don't want to think about it from the business perspective. It'd just be like, as a fan, just give it to everyone. All right. Oh, shout outs to Batforce Grump becoming a channel member here. Thank you so much.
Nice.
Happy to have you here, Grumps. All right. I am most excited for this Buzz Lightyear. I promise you I will open Venom tonight.
Are you opening it tonight or when you opening it?
Tonight. I'll open it tonight for everyone and we'll take a look at it.
There you
I'll
go.
try to surgically remove it from its box so that I can place it on this wall that I have planned to put it on a wall, but I don't know. I don't know when that's gonna happen. I got way too much stuff, man.
Yeah, you and me both, dude. Act accordingly.
All right. As I open this is gonna be like Hot Ones. As I open my toy, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Being a huge advocate of that black costume Spider-Man, we kind of touched on this briefly earlier. What was it like getting the email?
Dude, it was complete. Like it took me completely by surprise, and I can go ahead and get into further detail about this because Ryan and Dan never told me who I was looking at.
Okay.
They never did. They just said, "Yeah, we want you to go ahead and do a reveal," but they never told me who. And then PR, they didn't send me images. They didn't know who, and I was like trying to play coy with PR as well. I was like, could you ask the team if they have any images, any kind of information, anything that they want me to plug particularly or anything like that. And they were like, oh, we actually don't know. We're going to go ahead and get around to talking to them. And when we get the information, we'll go ahead and let you know. And I had no idea until the day of, which was like that Wednesday. I put up the video on Friday. It was that Wednesday.
Right.
And then PR had gotten in touch with me and they're like, all right, here are your product images. And the package will be there by noon today. And I saw the product images. I was like, oh my God. So keep in mind that it was an incredibly stressful weekend because we were going straight into Labor Day, and Dan had contacted me and said, hey man, we want you to go ahead and do this for us if you can. I was like, yeah, are you kidding? But he never told me anything. He never told me who I was looking at all. And going into Labor Day weekend, there was no communication because we were all on vacation at the time. And then all of a sudden it was just like this wash of just info that just came in.
Mm-hmm.
And like 45 minutes later, I had the figure here, dude. So
wow.
What you saw on that video was my real-time reaction of just like opening it up and like, oh my God, man. I had no idea. Like, of course, like I had seen the product pics, but like seeing it in the flesh, dude, it was an experience. It really was an experience. And let me tell you something else. And like for those of you guys who don't know me and what it is that I do for a living, I'm a stage actor for a living. That's what it is that I do. I make my living. I make my cash. I make my skrill by acting on stage. So with pandemic being in full effect, like I was not on stage for close to a full year. I was not on stage.
Mm-hmm.
But I was able to get back on stage this summer. But I will say that me getting back on stage after a whole year and being able to do this thing for Hasbro,
mm-hmm.
I can't tell you which one was a better experience, bro. Like I can't, like at all. It's like, oh man, like I love what it is that I do for a living, but at the same time, like, oh man, this was so awesome. Like this was like one of the most awesome things I've ever done in my life.
I mean, not only is it a reveal, but like this character, right?
Yeah.
This specific character that suits you as a collector. It shows like they're watching. They have their ears to the street, and it's just like I thought, like I was happy for you to see that happen. I was like, oh my God, like it's happening, and it's with you. Like I was so stoked for you.
Thanks, man. and for real, like it was super unexpected. It really was super unexpected. Like I was expecting, to see that Black Costume Spider-Man on, on one of the fan first. Like I would have been just as happy. Probably, like, well, of course, like I would have been happy, but of course I was happier, with the figure in my hand. But I would have been happy as well just to see it, in the flesh, and knowing that it was going to become a reality and that I was going to be able to pre-order it. Because like, even though, I took a look at this thing, I'm like, I'm still pre-ordering 5. Are you kidding?
Yeah.
And how's that buzz?
You sent it back pretty early. I saw Dan who just sent back his Captain
He
Britain.
just sent back his Captain Britain.
Dang, I did it again. Captain Britain, the cereal. Captain Britain, like yesterday or the day before. How come he got more time with that?
because I wanted to rip the Band-Aid off quick. I was like, it was just one of those things. I was like, dude, it's like, if I don't send this thing back, I'm never going to send it back. I was like, I'm just going to keep taking pictures of it. I'm going to keep making content with him. Like, just get it out of here. Just go. And when it gets back, I'll make all the content I want.
That's the right idea. That's a good analogy. Band-Aid off. I mean, that would be a tough one to get over, but you had to do it.
Which is why, dude, like I told you, I'm freaking Wolverine looking at a picture of Jean right there on my futon. Just,
I just picture like you're in that position holding the picture frame, and in the frame is your hand holding
my hand.
Your real hand is just over that hand in the frame, and you're lining it up.
Oh my god, you just gave me my next freaking Instagram collage right there, man. Like that's gonna become a reality now of just like me caressing my own hand pick right there.
Everyone's doing like life things with their Sentinel. You're just reminiscing about two weeks ago. Oh, shout outs to Matt Stringham also for becoming a channel member here on YouTube. Appreciate you, man. Go use the emotes in the chat. Sometimes when there's new reveals, I do a segment called Dope or Nope, and then we go through all the new characters and new toys that are coming, and you can use those emotes or emojis, whatever you choose to call it, GIF or GIF, same kind of difference. And there's situational ones in that you can use, so go check it out. There's a MODOK that is my nemesis. There's the YouTuber one for whenever I make a mistake. And
which one is that? Is that the Ralph Wiggum?
Yeah, the YouTuber one. Ryan says, so we picked the right guy. There we go. Dan
in the house.
Dan's got his avatar by Mista Jonz as well.
Mista
Says,
Jonz
to the streets always. Heck yeah. No, he definitely picked the right dude. It was just cool to see, man. So congratulations. That figure looks awesome.
Dude, it's so good. It's so good. It's gonna be a hot figure. It's gonna be a hot figure.
For sure. I was driving today and I had this come up in conversation, and for you, Jay, and everyone in the chat, sound off. Let me know what you think is worse. I'm gonna set up the thing. So I'm on Instagram. I'm looking at E Rivera's Instagram post. It's in my feed, and he's like, "Oh, he had his shipping label for the Sentinel created a month ago, and it hasn't moved in 30 days."
Oh, that hurts.
So that hurts because, like, like something's moving, but it hasn't moved. Whereas for me, I don't have any notification. I don't have anything in FedEx Manager. Who has it worse off? Me, who hasn't gotten anything, or E Rivera, who's like, shipping label created, but it hasn't moved for 30 days?
I would say E.
You think he has it worse?
Yeah.
You think? How about chat? You guys sound off. Let me know who has it worse, and why would you say he has it worse? Because of that glimmer of hope.
Yeah, because like you see, just like that little tease right there. So it's the one thing to where you're just going to continually check in on that thing, like with all of us.
I'm doing it every day, regardless. I'm still doing it.
Yeah. Like, because I think like, even if I didn't have it, it'd be easier to forget about. Whereas if you have like that,
not true.
like
First
that
thing,
print, like that label, printed. I'd keep looking at that thing. Like I have like what my phone with my USPS like on that, just like always looking at these things, dude. But if there's nothing to look at, I probably wouldn't even I probably wouldn't even give it a second's attention at all.
my alarm goes off in the morning. I snooze like 2 times, and then I finally get up, and the first thing I check is FedEx manager. No lie. No lie. Then I'll check if the kids are okay. And then I'll check, oh, what's the temperature? I got to go dress the kids. But FedEx manager, man. Let's see. The chat says E has it worse. Label created on the 30. And I mean, I get it. There's delays, global delays. I don't understand what's going on, but to create a label, and did they prematurely create a label? I don't know. I think overall people are just excited to get it.
Oh yeah, ship. I mean, I will say even for Kickstarter spawn, that particular that particular shipping schedule was really willy nilly. Like I don't like it took probably about a month for me to get mine as well.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
dang. Yeah, I guess getting the notification and then not no movement afterwards is probably worse.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Okay, so for people who got it, remember you have some sort of Marvel Unlimited points that you got with your HasLab backing. My friend Emerson messaged me. He's like, "Hey, did you use yours yet? Because they expire if you have the points and you don't use it." I didn't even see the email for the codes, so I think I might have lost out on points 3 times for my 3 Sentinels. But was it 70,000 points per Sentinel that you backed? I don't know how many comics that equates to, but yeah, that sucks. Okay, this Buzz Lightyear is really cool. Cloud says I didn't get my points. I checked my email, I checked my spam. I didn't get it. So I don't know. I sent the email to Hasbro Pulse web chat. We'll see what's happening there. Is anyone okay? So there's a Buzz Lightyear. There's a Mattel Pixar series coming out of action figures. They have Wall-E on the website on Shop Disney right now.
Yeah,
there's going to be.
I can't remember what is it called?
Spotlight series.
Like I think I had seen the. Is that the same one with the Captain Jack Sparrow who's mid transformation?
No, that is McFarlane Mirrorverse.
That's
based
right.
on a video
McFarlane
game.
Mirrorverse. So this is something completely different then.
No, yeah, the Mattel one is like $40 US. It's like collector level. I mean, if you check out Work More or Less on Instagram and Nose Rain, I think they both have it. And the Wall-E,
That's right.
it's like it's really nice. It's got really good paint on it. There's a whole bunch of accessories. It's very much collector targeted. You would think so for $40, so that makes sense.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, so there's supposed to be a Woody in that line. There's a Kevin from Up, so I guess I have to get it.
I did see these, yes, and I think I got confused thinking that they were those Mirrorverse McFarlane figures.
McFarlane ones aren't. Sorry, they're not going to look that good. I'm sorry.
I won't fault him. The great thing about McFarlane is that he definitely makes his stuff affordable, which is great. Everybody can buy him if they want.
Well, we talked about this 60 something episodes ago. You unboxed a Azrael,
which I actually really liked. Yeah,
it's a gorgeous sculpt.
Mm-hmm.
And I think from that point till today, I think that McFarlane, I mean, mass produced at this price point, that kind of sculpting and paint, how you can't really crap on it. It may not be the figure that you want for what you're collecting, and you want all this articulation and this and that, but man, that stuff was, I think it's just crazy how he got all that to work.
Yeah, like the Spawn line that he just came out with. Like I'm still looking for that Gunslinger Spawn. I think that Spawn line is beautiful. I really do. Like I'm hit or miss with the DC stuff, probably because I'm completely Batmaned out. Completely
Right.
Batmaned out. I love Batman, but it's just sometimes it's just a little too much. But his Spawn line is just it's a breath of fresh air. I love it.
I read this message from Yoko 5 times, and I'm like, what the hell is she talking about? I wasn't at SDCC. And then I'm like, I'm not SDCC. She means the Kevin from the Mattel
The
line
Kevin from the
was an SDCC exclusive. I read it. I read that so many times. Dude, I love when figures at this scale have the adjustable eyes.
Oh wait, Kirby Kai had a request, so I'm gonna go ahead and do it for him here. Oh, let's just make sure.
Bite. Grump says, "Bite your tongue." Oh man, I've lost.
Speaking
Grump.
of
I
McAff,
can't remember.
oh, they wanted to see the cape.
There, yeah, man.
This thing is
You know what?
just.
It's
This
actually
thing is
cool. It's actually cool that you
insane.
opened up some stuff before this episode, because like you opened up all this really great stuff and you're building the hype for everyone to come see that Spawn and Gambit. So that's
yeah,
some grade A.
This thing is just
marketing.
and can you believe it? Here, let me go ahead and show you all. These are both from Max Bird. These are both Max Bird capes here. But if you can believe it, they're both the exact same price. This is the mid-size cape, which does have adhesive in the back, and this one you kind of have to work a little bit for it. And I did like a nice little tutorial on Twitter as well. This is the first time I'd actually ever done anything like that. I had an afternoon free. But if you can believe it, both of these are $40. This one's $40. This one's $40. They both come with chains if you want to apply the chains. Me, I'm not too much of a fan of the chains. But it's the capes, man, that I love these capes. So as you can see, this thing is crazy.
That is unreal.
And here, let me go ahead. And it's wired, man. It's wired like every single wear. So like you can do
Every
whatever.
single wear. I've never heard that.
Every single wear here, man. So like there's a wire here, there's a wire here, wire here, wire here. Like there's at least 8 wires in this cape here, man. So yeah, if you guys dig on this, if you just want to put in like it's just a little bit of work. It's a little bit of work, you know, whether you want to put this on your Kickstarter spawn, whether you want to put this on your Mortal Kombat spawn, it's just a little bit of work. That's it. And it's worth it. It's just so worth it. And of course, for me, I kept the same hardware because I'm kind of weird like that. Like I want like all my skulls and chains to look the same.
Right.
But yeah, like this thing is so rad. And just even seeing it like right here, it doesn't do it justice. Like you see it in person, it's intense. It really is intense, man.
That looks amazing, man. Yeah, I saw your post and I'm like, is this artwork? Did someone draw this? Because the way that the cape was positioned and posed, I'm like, this is insane.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts. And yeah, and like I said, like, you know, the cape does all the work. The cape does all the work. So yeah, some really good
Max
stuff.
Bird is the seller, or is
Max
that
Bird? Yeah. So yeah, just find Max Bird on Instagram. Go to his shop. It looks like he's got plenty.
$40 seems very reasonable.
It's very reasonable. Yeah.
That kind
like
of
I was actually surprised. I thought it was going to be more.
Well, yeah, that's awesome, because one of the things that's awesome about you is you like to find a lot of these customizers, people making awesome stuff on IG and putting them in the spotlight
and just blow them up.
Yeah, blow them up. You know, Mario's.
I ruined Mario's life.
ruined his fingers because he's been making stands ever since.
Pretty much.
Yeah,
pretty much. But you gotta admit, Mario, it's a nice little payday every now and again. It's a nice little payday.
he'll never admit it. But I think that's awesome because you have the audience, you have the channel to do that kind of stuff and get the word out there. So that's really cool.
I wish I just had time to do more content, like with trying to get ready for the wedding and whatnot, and of course getting back to work on stage. it's been a little difficult, like just getting stuff together. Like I have like figures like down here that are just waiting for a video that I haven't gotten around to it at all.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm in the middle of trying to work out the setup. I mean, we've talked about reviewing stuff before. I don't know if anyone else cares, but like I have my laptop here, my main camera's here. And if I go do a review over there, I got to take the camera down, bring my mic and the laptop. So I'm trying to think of a new method to do it.
I was having a conversation with Spider-Man 1974, my friend Jason, wonderful photographer on Instagram, and we were talking about like he was talking about just having space, like having space to like have like like a nice like just a project space. And I said, okay, so what's more important to you? Do you want a space that can just revolve into whatever it is that you want it to be, or display, or just a display space that's just going to remain static? What's going to give you more mileage? Like this stuff that's never going to move, or this wonderful workspace that you have cleared out. And you have to think about it in these terms, that if you were to put away all of this display stuff here, would you think about it at all if it's been put away for a week, 2 weeks, a month, anything like that? It's just one of those things, like out of sight, out of mind, to where like I have like a slew of legends, which I know where they are, but of course I know where they are, but what's doing me better? Having like this toy cam here and being able to do whatever it is that I want to do, whether it be making a video, whether it be going live, whether it be, being able to have this space right here to talk to folks, and this space to show them, what it is that I am talking about, or display space. And it's just about what's more important. So yeah, like it's just something that I think all of us collectors think about. And I think sometimes just having the more workspaces, the better, because like there's sometimes to where like I'll do a video and like all of a sudden, like, like this space over here will become a workspace. This space over here will become a workspace. Like if I can have like that nice little clear landing to do whatever I want, like if I just like want to like get my gimbal out and like put my phone on it, all of a sudden anything can just become this workspace. If there's just like a little, just like a little landing strip, that's all I need.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So I think sometimes it's all about just giving up a little bit of that display space to do, any type of creative endeavor that you might be thinking of.
Here we go. No, I'm kidding. I'm not going to open that. I think it's all soggy from bathing children. All right. So this looks like, have you seen Shang-Chi, Jay?
I haven't yet. I got called into work the day that I was going to go see Shang-Chi. And I was like, okay, am I going to go see Shang-Chi or do I want overtime? I was like, screw it. I'm just going to go get overtime.
That's
so I haven't been able to go out and see it.
Nathan says he missed Buzz Lightyear. I like the Buzz Lightyear. It's got 3 face plates. You can move the eyes behind it. That's always appreciated at this scale. I have to find a Woody. Does Beast Kingdom make a Woody figure? It's cool. It's got detachable wings that you would want on Buzz Lightyear. It's got a removable, swappable foot that has the writing at the bottom. If you can get it a pair, a Buzz and a Woody that works together, I would say go for it. Gross Fidelity, thanks for stopping by.
Let's see. Right. I'm just prepping while you're taking a look at Shang-Chi right now. Because I got this in a box that I haven't opened in a bit.
Oh yeah, so I was gonna say, like, supporting people who are making awesome stuff.
Oh yeah, I'm all about that, man, because we have a lot of talented folks out there. Prime to the First, freaking High School Creations, Juiced in Customs, 796 Studios. There's so many great artists out there who are doing wonderful stuff.
Yeah, Beast Kingdoms, I think, generally is a little bit bigger than one. Yeah, they're
like almost like 119 somewhere right there. Because like
they're all again, it's not like I'm gonna pose Woody and Buzz next to a 1/12 human and and say they're supposed to be the same scale. We'll figure that out. Yo, Sonny's in the house. What's going on, Sonny?
Sonny from the O2.
Oh yes, you were both Texas.
Oh yeah, we are both Texans, even though I live in Philly. Man, I was having such a great time trolling all the Eagles fans this past Monday. It was beautiful.
I don't watch football, but do tell everyone who does how you were trolling.
Oh, it was awesome. So of course, win or lose, I will always be a Dallas Cowboys fan. I mean, we're pretty much every Texan is predisposed, and of course I am using that in a negative light. We're predisposed to be Cowboys fans. Win or lose, we usually always lose, except for that one stint that we had in the 90s where we were awesome. But yeah, so I got to have the distinct pleasure of rubbing it in the Eagles faces when we beat their butts this past Monday. So on Facebook, I had work that day, and I was coming back home, and my fiance and I, we have this beautiful field that's across the way, and a bunch of dudes out there they had an HD TV and a generator which was powering it, and they were out there watching the Eagles play. And man, they were so quiet. They were so quiet.
I think I saw you tweet about that.
Oh my god, they were so quiet because they were just getting their butts handed to them all freaking night. So of course I was there on Facebook, just like, why is everyone so quiet? What's going on? Is it the game? And a screen capping the score. This was the last score that I saw. It looks like they're not doing I guess they're not doing very well. Is that why you're being quiet right now? I'm not sure. So yeah, that was a lot of fun. I'm wondering, like, do I want to be really neat about the tissue paper? I'm always
what are you gonna do with that afterwards?
Nothing. So yeah, so this this is something that I have not opened at all. As you can see, it's been waiting for me. This is the Iron Spider variant from Rebel Tech. We got the Aaron Davis right here. And I had been hearing that some folks had been having trouble, some issues with some paint rub and whatnot. I mean, of course, seeing that this figure is completely like just shiny black, I'm hoping that it's not too much of an issue. But yeah, it sucks because like I actually have my Iron Spider there on the futon right over there that like I've posed around a couple of times, and then I got really busy. I was playing with that, and then like the next week was like Labor Day, so like that's when Black Costume Spidey came in. So all of a sudden I was like, oh, I don't have time to play with this anymore. But it's
you are old news now.
It really is a great figure. Like, of course, like Rebel Tech, a lot of folks are pretty hit or miss with their attitudes toward Rebel Tech. This one is incredibly user friendly, though. It really is. That's a beautiful Shang-Chi figure. I mean, I will give it to Hasbro. I think they both look great. I think the Hasbro one moves really well too.
All right. First of all, Prime, I know how football works. Okay, I know how many points. I just don't like sports that I suck at playing. So I don't watch hockey. I don't watch football. I don't watch golf.
Really? As a Canadian, you don't watch hockey, eh?
No, I do not.
Wow.
But I see what you did there. As an Asian Canadian, I feel like I can tell other Asians apart properly. The Legends one, and after watching many seasons of Kim's Convenience and Shang-Chi and studying people's faces, I feel like the Legends still looks more like Simu than
it does, yeah,
than the SHF.
I'd say so, yeah.
And for what this is, what's a Legend in the US? $20?
I'd say anywhere now between 20 to 22. Yeah,
20
depending
to
on where.
22. I paid 5,000 yen for this plus
That's not
shipping,
bad.
and whatnot. Is the price jump enough for you? Again, I bought this because I didn't think this looked like him. I wanted it to look like him, and I wanted to, as D Amazing said, you can't really make a judgment until you've handled it yourself. So I ordered it for that reason. I think it looks good, but if you told me, if you put this head on something else and you said, what actor is this? Or what person, what figure is this? I probably wouldn't be able to come to the conclusion that it was Simu or Shang-Chi right away. So this, I think the Legends face looks better. SHF, I think, is shorter. But like, yeah, Jay, like you said, this is posable. The Legends one is very posable.
It's very posable, yeah.
So I can't play. Yeah, you can't. I can't throw a football because I have a bad shoulder. I can catch a football. That's easy. I only watch combat sports, never got into team sports, says Nathan. Nice. The Legends, Sunny says the Legends look closer to Simu. Yeah. And I've seen some people repaint this sculpt. A lot of Legends, it's like the sculpt is there, but you've seen people repaint it to, or even Black Series, right? To look like the actor. And which makes sense. They're making how many of these? It's very different from the care of one single person doing one unit to give it that likeness. So
you see, oh my goodness, like you see like some of these folks who handle Mayshelf's stuff with some of the likeness work that he does.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, like once you actually put just like a light bit of wash on whatever it is that he does, it's miles and away. It just looks beautiful. And it's something that I can't fault Hasbro for. I mean, because of course, they are trying to make things affordable, for people, especially in that paint department.
Yeah, it's different. Like I said, it's different from something this small. It's different from one person sitting there taking that much time to put in all the details.
Yeah. This guy is all right. It looks like there's a little bit of a mark, like right there.
Oh, dang.
It's not that bad, though.
Orange Julian says, I'd be curious to hear Simu's take on which figure looks more like him.
Which figure looks more like him?
Well, it's funny you should ask that because no, I'm kidding. That would be awesome. I'm working on it. All right, so this isn't bad. I mean, I've heard people say the Shang-Chi stuff has been hard to find now after the movies come out.
Is that right? It sucks. I haven't been out to like any Targets like at all these days.
Brian, you've never seen me bowl. You can't just hashtag roasted on your own comment and think it's valid. That's not how roasting. Terrible. It's kids. I'm gonna have to open this Gandalf and show him. Yeah, but if you can't find a Legends one, and you feel like you can, the price difference is there for you. But I think the articulation for the Legends and this is not that far off.
Okay, this ain't bad. All right. I had heard that there were some folks who were having some QC issues with this particular Spidey.
Why is that?
As far as just like the torso popping off, the arms popping off, a little easier than they'd like to, and of course, like it happens with Reveltech. Seeing that they're really meant to be photographed rather than played with. Just see.
Oh, here we go.
That's fun. Let's see. I have not put the Voldos on him yet, though.
Also, I don't know what a Scare Glow is, but he looks cool.
Yeah, a Scare Glow is awesome. Did you get into Revelation at all?
Yeah, I watched it.
Yeah,
I don't
he was
go
great on
that
that.
deep with Masters of the Universe, but I did watch the show.
I particularly like. I really like Revelation. I thought it was a great show.
That's awesome. Victor Simmons says Katie is no longer a peg warmer at my local Target. I hope that's because people saw the movie and they're like, yeah, we need a Aquafina in my collection or something, because it's unfortunate how that distribution ended up, but
Ah,
compared to the
let's see.
movie. There's a question for you here, Jay. Jay, you stopped collecting G.I. Joe classifieds?
No, I didn't actually. I mean, it really just depends on like when they're coming out. The last one that I got was who? I guess Major Blood. Like what I have no, I have both of the new ones as far as Storm Shadow and Snake Eyes from the movie, which I actually enjoyed. And I actually think that Storm Shadow figure is probably one of the best figures that's been released in 2021. Big ups to 2D sculpts on that one. I think it's a really impressive figure, and I think it actually make for a really great builder as well. But no, I haven't stopped collecting classified. Really, it all just depends on like when they're getting released. My dude Greg Miller picked me up Breaker today, seeing that I never see anything around here, so he picked me up Breaker. So I'm looking forward to getting that set, and of course I am looking forward to getting Barbecue as well whenever that comes out. I have that pre-ordered with Pulse, but we'll see who gets it first, Pulse or Target. But yeah, I still collect it, man. I still collect it.
Legends actually gives you a deeper ab crunch on here, it feels like.
Yeah, it looks deeper. Definitely looks deeper.
This is just the rotation, the swivel. Did I shout out Jurassic Jesse? Is this new? Oh, yes, here we go. Jurassic Jesse, thank you for the super chat. Says the Butter Baron, like the CFL, the balls are bigger. What the hell? I ordered my Spawn cape. Thanks for looking. I don't watch the CFL either. That's all weird. Yes, but cool. He got the cape too. Thank you for the super chat, man.
Let's see. One more wallet.
Trevor said he likes that you have more hand options for the SHF.
Hand options are always nice.
You get a total of 5 sets of hands.
Speaking of hand options and speaking of SHF, I am looking forward to picking up that Deadpool. But I am wondering what's the story behind
guns?
no guns. That's just kind of weird. Like I'd understand, like if it was something from the MCU, and they specifically didn't want, guns with it, but this is something that's legitimately from a rated R feature. So it's just kind of weird that he doesn't come with the holsters, he doesn't come with the guns. He comes with the trigger finger hand, so of course, they're looking out for you there. But that the SH Figure Arts Deadpool doesn't come with any guns. I thought that was so strange.
Yeah, it's weird. I mean, the Legends one had holsters with
holsters. Yeah, you had to work.
You
had to work to get those guns out.
It's an unlockable feature for your figure.
Yeah. And big ups to Resin
Dryer.
Armory for casting those, because once you got the other ones free, they were very gummy.
They look like Jordans, but there are obviously no details or markings to show that they're Nikes. Yeah, get the Legends. This is, I mean, I can say that now that I've had this in hand. This is a cool little figure, and it feels good in hand. Everything looks pretty cool, but again, face wise, posability wise, it sounds crazy, but I'm getting a little bit more here in the crunch.
Yeah.
If you want it to go with, if you don't have every character in SHF, MCU characters, if you want them to go together, this is going to be much smaller. to fit in with everyone, so you have that to consider. This thing looks nice because it's actually shiny at the tips, and if you know based on the story why that is, you will appreciate that. And Chamba's been harassing me in the chat. Let's go and open up some Venom. That is
Do
not an
it, man.
indication that the show is over, so you don't have to leave after that, people. 92%. All right, fine, chat.
92%. I mean, the customer's always right. You got to give them what they want. You got to give them what they want. Chekhov, gun, got to go off.
Gun, meet Venom. Let's see. No, Kyle says no guns is a licensing thing. All licensors are cracking down regardless of entertainment. The figure.
Yeah, because I know that DC.
Okay.
I know that DC had been doing that. Still though, like there's like what it is that DC has been doing, or like what Mafex has been doing, is that they've been hiding the guns. Like the guns will like go like underneath. So I'm hoping
behind the cardboard flap of the box or something.
That like SHF would hopefully follow suit. Hopefully we can get something. Let's see. Someone noticed the peg holes on the thighs. I zoomed in and saw them. So I wonder. Right on, Nathan.
Yeah.
Hopefully that's the case. I mean, hopefully
the internet's detective work. Thank you. Killing Joker with no guns is a good joke as well.
Like McFarlane stuff, like not coming with guns. Like I can totally seeing that it's more mass market. But SHF, which is specifically towards an adult collector, which is something that's way more premium, because it comes at a premium cost. You would think that the licensing would supersede that, but I guess not.
GameStop still has those Shang-Chi figures. Grab them. They're very well done. I mean the Xialing, and Wenwu. And if people haven't seen the movie, they're just like, oh, this is just another Chinese guy talking Chinese on the internet. But no, like these are the characters. Like the sculpting on all of those are so nice. You grab them if you still have them.
They are beautiful figures. They really are beautiful figures.
It's just fantastic. Also, that Deadpool, that Fox Deadpool from Legends is beautiful. The Mayshelf.
Oh yeah, Mayshelf did a beautiful job on that.
Head to toe is fantastic. And that's why I posted about that Deadpool today in that manner. Like, do you think it's different enough? It's that much better that you need this. And there are a crap ton of hands that you get with it. Who knows? Maybe the gun thing will be announced later, or it's hidden.
Possibly, yeah.
No. The annoying part is this nail gets caught when I'm doing stuff, and I can feel that there is an extra layer on top of my finger and something is moving. It's like having a loose, Yoko reminded me, it's like having a loose tooth. and it's just,
yeah.
But this has like weeks of dried blood and other stuff in between. It's so gross, man. Whoa. Whoa. How about the Eternals Marvel Legends? Crow, I think is the deluxe figure, showed up at GameStop Canada today.
That's right. That actually showed up in GameStop US as well.
Oh, okay, then I could just say GameStop altogether.
A lot of folks have been early on their game with a lot of new releases, like even like Big Bad Toy Store, which has been pretty much synonymous with fairly late shipping. Like knowing that they had gotten their Age of Apocalypse stuff and started shipping that out before Dorkside, who usually has it, who has that stuff first. It's kind of weird. Like, and GameStop, of course, like me, like with my Tigra right now, and of course with something else that I'm about to open in just a little bit too. This thing can get back in. I'll do that later.
And it's Tyrone Wested says, I think the Legends Eternals look way better than the SHF. I think on Toy Migos they talked about it the other day. Like, are you going to get the whole team from Figuarts? Like, are they making the whole team? They've only announced 3. And why only announce 3?
That's pricey though. That's super pricey.
A whole wave with Legends plus two exclusive Eternals and then the deluxe figure. So I don't know. Go with. I don't know how that movie's going to do. I think it's really going to come down to that. Do you think the items are shipping now closer to due date because they're managing their release dates better, or do you think things are starting to flow in quicker?
It's strange, dude. Like I was having this conversation with I can't remember who I was having the conversation with the other day. But it's so weird. Like for instance, Dorkside having Thing yesterday, which was a complete surprise. I mean, and you got to think about it. We just saw Dwight and Dan and Ryan showcase those pieces like less than a month ago.
Yeah, the armadillo wave, right?
The armadillo wave as well, to where that's been spotted in California.
Oh, thing what you were referring to the retro
Fantastic
card?
Four wave. Like they it seems that Dorkside had like received like some cases of, I think, of just pure things, possibly. And they were selling them off yesterday. Like they're totally sold out now. But yeah, like I was having this conversation of just, all right, did like Hasbro just like stockpile like a good year's worth of stuff and just told retailers, just sit on this for a bit, and when the time is right, just eke it out little by little.
I mean, okay, think about it this way. If I got this in Canada,
Yeah.
right? So GameStop had it at their warehouse, shipped it. I'm just assuming. I don't know anything. I don't work at GameStop. I'm assuming their warehouse shipped it to stores. What I've heard was that they didn't put out a street date. I don't know. But this is due out in a month. October 22nd, October 23rd is PulseCon.
And then Hasbro Pulse has to ship theirs out
right
after that.
So that means
we won't be seeing it. The US won't be seeing it until like November, possibly even December, somewhere around there.
But that means, a friend of mine who does logistics and ordering and stuff for like a big company here, he's like, I'm really impressed that this is already, they're that on top of it here in Canada. So it's, and you know what, if Ryan and Dan are still here, thank you for having these available. I'm from the future. These aren't available yet. I'm from the future. This is October 24th in Canada today. But thank you for making these available in Canada through GameStop Canada. The COG 2-pack, that's Power Rangers. I don't know, as a collective, just send the message. Send it in the email in the group chat with all the teams, because apparently in my head that's what happens. But it's super appreciative that I don't have to go through Pulse, import it, even though I had to do that with the cogs, but that is the price to pay. Oh, shout outs to, this is Peter, Bearded Builds. Go check him out on Instagram. He has like a CNC and he does really cool signs for people and different themes. Really great work. Thank you for joining the channel, members here at the Butter Nation. Happy to have you here. Let's see, retro card. What's with the chief hat on your mic? This is a Band-Aid. Okay, so Band-Aids don't work because they weren't tight enough, because the nail is just lifting. So my fiance tried to super wrap it with the Band-Aid, and then my fingers started turning purple. So we had to use this modified gauze with tape. And I think Loki said he's eating breakfast right now, so I'm sorry.
So what you gonna do? You're gonna open it? You're gonna display it like that? I don't blame you either way.
That's the show, everyone. Have a good night.
For real, like I don't blame you either way. I know that when I get that, and that's because like I rarely ever keep things mint on card. I think that one is better suited, and this is just me. It's better suited mint on card than it is loose, unless you buy two. I mean, I'll be completely honest about this. I'm still going to buy that, but I'm not going to break it free unless we get other cell shaded figures to go along with it.
Very good point.
That's just me right there.
Dang, man, I told people I was going to open it, and then you just talked me out of it. Here you
But
go,
no,
everyone.
you at least took it out of the box.
Here you go,
I mean,
Chamba.
that's what I was expecting.
Future Kev, what are the winning lottery numbers? If I had it, and I won the lottery, and I built this time machine, and I brought back my Venom, I wouldn't tell you the numbers. It's going to mess with the whole timeline. Come on, dude. Come on.
Yeah, see,
This is
this
the
is
Venom.
actually
This is the
this is the
Venom that
last
we've
thing
been
that I got to
talking
open
about
today. I'll just
for
prep this.
how many months? All right, so there's a diorama. I've seen people make dioramas with a cell shaded look that kind of looks like the Spider-Man animated series,
Yeah,
which look beautiful. But then, like, if you put something in there that's not cell shaded
that's not cell shaded.
and
It
but
looks
the
kind of
figures
weird.
don't have it, doesn't it break the whole illusion?
I think so. Yeah.
For me, I feel that way. As much as I love how well how well done those dioramas are, it's you have to have the right figures to go with it. Something like this. And then there are other people who've opened this and have him fighting like a regular Spider-Man figure, and it's like I don't
Yeah.
know how I feel about that yet.
And I'm hoping that if we are going to be seeing a trend in this, which I'd be all for, just like some more cell shaded stuff. Yeah.
Ray or Lose makes a very good point. Keep on card until you get a second one.
Until you get a second one.
Do
I
keep
agree
in
with
mind.
that. I totally agree with that.
Keep in mind a regular Marvel Legend now in Canada is 34. This thing is I think 50 Canadian. So it's quite a bit of a jump in price. Now, if I were to open it and get a second one, that's like almost $90 to get two. Are we hoping that they just not hoping, educated guess this is going to come out in a regular paint, right?
Whoa.
I think people in the chat would agree, disagree, do another poll. X-Acto knife and slip it out. I don't have the skill to do that. Also, I don't have all of my functioning digits to do that. So that might result in more finger injuries.
That actually ain't bad.
And people watching do know that this does have the shoulder holes. But if I look at it straight on, I think that was the thing. If I look at it directly like this on the card, those shoulder holes aren't an issue at all. Here.
Yeah, they really aren't. I'm really hoping that somebody comes up with a fix for that. I mean, the one bummer about that is that the cell shade is right over the hole.
Yeah, right? Some of those lines are broken up. Oh man, this looks so good. So,
but yeah, it looks like it. That really is a beautiful piece, mint on card, in my opinion, and that's because I am not a mint on card collector at all.
I think this is as far as I'm gonna go.
I don't blame you. I for real don't blame you.
It's not mint on card anymore. I've opened the shipper box.
But that one's still good to go. Let's see. Get this here.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna open it and pose it here and put it on a shelf with non. Ah, man, no, I can't. Ryan, you're a mint on card collector. I don't want to spend another $50 to get another one to re. I'm in quite a dilemma here. All right, we're gonna have to think about it. We have 22 days. It's a lot, man. $50, 48, I think I paid is a lot.
Let's see. So in US dollars, I think that would probably be like about like 42 bucks, somewhere around there.
I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. Usually after it converts to Canadian, there's a few dollars in there that's tacked on. I don't know if it's import tax or some sort of shipping cost that they factor in, but it's never like a direct translation dollar for dollar. There's always a bit more. Yeah, I left my sports almanac in the future. Left it in my car. Imagine I had that. Imagine you were 796 Studios and you could go back in time and you had the sports almanac, but then you didn't know anything about sports, so you like you didn't know what to do with it. And like, what do these stats even mean? You would just bet who wins, I guess. 42.99 with the edge card. Yeah, so is that what I paid?
Oh, that's pretty good. That's like for Canadian, that's actually a really good price. That's a really good price.
The shoulder hole. Yoko loves the shoulder holes chat. Oh man, I can't say like this is a whole debate. Shoulder holes, no shoulder holes, open it, don't open it. Dang. I'm just Hey, how about that Marvel Legends Loki?
See here, I'll go ahead. I will distract everyone from Venom right now. This is the new Marvel Legends Shriek figure right here. Like I was saying, like they had him stored away somewhere. So of course, this is what Dwight was talking about the other day. This is going to be from at least from here on out. You know, this is going to be the new bod for the ladies. It's a little tight in the ankles. Just want to get her to stand up a little bit. And this is beautiful. We're looking at a lot of pinless tech here. Like he said, the legs they're not as long as they usually are on most of your Marvel Legends ladies, especially that slender buck. But I would say that this is like a nice splitting of the difference here. Seeing that Shriek, she's not too tall, but then again, she's not too short either. I'll go ahead and get.
What's the fix for finding that right point for your ankle joint? I see you were trying to is it just heating?
If anything, like I'll heat it up sometimes. With this one, it's all about just like, rather than working along with, like a full twist or something like that. Like sometimes you got to take those little half measures here. Let me see. How the hell does she scale up? This is one thing I've actually been kind of interested in. Let's see. I'll go ahead and get. I got Psylocke and Jubilee here just to see what this is like.
How does she scale with Venom? How is that going to work? Computers. Jay, did you get her for a Maximum Carnage or Spider-Man display, or did you get her just to see?
I actually got her just to see. I was really curious on that new body. Because like I don't have Demo Goblin, I don't have Doppelganger, so I can't put that particular team together. Of course, her with Carnage will actually look really nice.
Yeah.
Let's see who else do I got here,
but not Venom. Yeah, Mista Jonz. Chris walked. He sent in our Discord chat. He got the whole wave like a week ago.
Yeah,
and it's beautiful. Now we need Carrion for sure.
Yeah, Carrion. Yeah. So yeah, as you can see, like she's a nice mid-size here, and I really dig that. Yeah, and that's because like I have her crouched over just a little bit. I like my figures to have really bad posture.
Like me.
Let's see. Yeah, so you can see, she's a little taller than the for lack of a better word, the younger Ladybug. Let's see, who else do I got here? I got Lady Deathstrike down here.
Just moving these windows around. I mean, that's just an awesome lineup of female figures. Like every single one of these figures.
Well, I actually never noticed. Lady Deathstrike is actually, she's the shortest out of all of them here. I actually never noticed that. I never noticed that at all. But yeah, looking at it right now, yeah, this Shriek pretty much goes toe to toe with this pretty much this Psylocke here. Yeah, it's a great figure, and of course, got that wonderful pinless tech. Got the and of course, it's got
Invisible, Jay. Pin visible.
let's see, and of course, it does have the double jointed. Look at that! Look at that, you guys! Look at that. Here, bring it over here. Seeing that on streaming, you can never get these cams to focus, but that is beautiful right there. As you can see, a lot of mobility, and you got the bicep swivel as well. So with Legends using this new body, yeah, I'm all for it. I am totally all for it. And of course, people still have their their little critiques, their little notes, on what the female figures should have. They're like, okay, now that we have that, they need more crunch, they need this, they need that. I'm like, baby steps, guys. Like actually, like getting these things with double jointed elbows and even just pinless tech, like that's a huge step in the right direction right there. That's gorgeous. That really is a gorgeous figure. I like that a lot.
Invisible makes it sound like pins are. No, it doesn't. Pins are visible.
I'm just gonna take this, play with this here. This is nice. But yeah, like this figure, Tigra that I just got to play with, which is a really nice figure as well. Yeah, man, I'm loving what it is that Legends is doing with these ladies. Oh, dude, like one line that I'm really looking forward to playing with. Man, this is tight. One line that I'm really looking forward to playing with is that Hasbro Fortnite series. Like, you've seen those, yeah?
Yeah, there's a few figures. I mean, I don't play Fortnite. I have a bunch of the figures from Jazzwares.
The Jazzwares, yeah.
Are cool. But what is it? I'm waiting for them to make man cakes, which is a guy who has a stack of pancakes for a head, and he's got like some butter dripping from the top. He's got a bandolier of grenades that are butter grenades. So I'm waiting for someone to make that so I can army build man cakes. But other than that, they look cool. I mean, like there's random characters like Meowscles and things that look ridiculous that I'll buy. There's Peely. I saw one at EB Games. Half of the Peely is open, and you can see.
Oh, that gnarly McFarlane, like that McFarlane Peely, yeah.
And it looks like those art toys like Cause or something where it shows the insides. What's with the hands? What's everyone saying about hands? Does she have the same female hands? Shriek?
Yeah, well, I mean, she comes with 3 sets of hands. So like for folks who say, "Oh, I hate those magic hands," she comes with. Well, don't worry. She comes with
these ones.
She comes with fists.
5 working fingers.
She comes with fists, and she also comes with grabbing hands as well. So there you go. Fun stuff.
Okay. So yeah, you have options.
And the great thing about it, seeing that these are all white hands, you can use. Oh no, they're not all white hands. It's got the little black piece. But then again, this one's all white. You can use them for, like, say, Gwenpool. You can use them for Mystique, which is great. So there you go. I love it when accessories are a little bit more versatile.
I know this Loki doesn't come with anything, but if he were to come with something, what accessories would you guys put?
I would put the like I'd be able to like take the coat off, extra arms, put the harness on with the daggers.
Because like he's got these hands that are, I don't know if this is relaxed or holding hands. Hold on, I gotta get rid of this bot. Here we go. Put user in timeout. Yes. hide user on this channel. Is that what I'm supposed to do? Users' messages will be hidden. All right. I mean, come on. If you guys know where to get the webcam, the webcam chats. You don't need the spammer to tell you. You guys know where to go. You
Oh,
know
that's
where to
funny.
go.
That is funny. Oh man, I could totally see this bod being used for a new Black Widow.
Oh, Torrentu, I'm sorry. He didn't copy down the link fast enough.
A new comic book Black Widow. I could see this one used for. This really is a nice figure. This is a very nice figure.
How have you been coping with? Because you used to do lives every week. I guess that was more during the pandemic.
That was more during yeah. And then I just kind of got over it.
Got over like you made your peace with not doing it every week, or you just weren't feeling it.
I wasn't really feeling it anymore. And really, like it has nothing to do with, you know, folks, like it had nothing to do with the folks at all. It really just like had to do with like, do I actually have the energy to do this right now? You know, do I have, you know, even anything to look at? You know, am I enthused on what it is that I want to look at tonight? And then it just got to the point to where like I got really bored just being by myself, and then I just started like inviting other folks, you know, like you know, had Toy Bro, the Amazing, you, of course, Mario, Josh, Mike, you know, pretty much everyone. And then like I was like, man, I still kind of don't feel like doing this anymore. So like,
man,
it's very rare that like I even go live like myself. Like I was thinking about going live this week, but like with the amount of stress that I've been under, like with the wedding, I have a feeling that once the wedding is behind me, I'll probably go back. Like my mind has just been like so many other places right now, like with work. And then like I had wanted to go live with you like the other day, but like I ended up having that horrible ordeal, you know, with modern dentistry. So yeah, like I was out of commission for like an entire week then. So yeah, like it's to the point to where like it's not that I don't dig going live, because I do, and I have a lot of fun with folks. But there's just some days to where like you either have to have the energy, and it's a specific type of energy. And I know that you know that better than anyone. Like you have to have like that energy, you know, of just keeping the live, for lack of a better word, alive, you know, the entire time. You know, and not letting it hit those dead spots, not letting it hit those awkward spots.
I think you do a great job of it though, and that's what I've always appreciated with your lives, because you know I have somebody on and I could just talk to them and people are watching, but with you it's like it's just you and the chat and the camera, and it's like you're doing a one-man show.
That and it takes a lot of energy. It really does take a lot of energy.
You have to do your chat, you have to see what everyone's doing, you have all this stuff going on, plus you're trying to, you know, try to minimize that dead air. I always really appreciate, you know, Wade does it every week.
Like I feel because I have a feeling that if I do come back and do lives, I'll probably do the OG version, which was no StreamYard, probably no guests, and it was just me and my phone, and I would just switch cameras, because what was more important to me, really, of course, I like talking to people, but what was more important to me was just looking at toys, like really just looking at toys, and just and just really just like doing like not necessarily an unboxing, but just like, hey, this is what I got this week. Let's go and take a look at it, because it was to the point to where doing videos was a little bit too taxing, and lives was just like the perfect way just to still get the message out there, and to still, you know, have my face present and saying, look, the channel isn't dead. We're just doing something different right now. You know, that's it. And yeah, and I have a feeling that if I come back and do lives, that's probably what it's going to be. Not that I don't enjoy having people on. I love having people on. But, you know, it'll probably just get back to just looking at toys like the entire time.
That's cool.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I always appreciated that you could do that. I'm like, it's like being a stand-up comic standing up there by yourself, and it's you against everybody.
And usually most of the time it's all improv. It's all improv. That's it. And which is great though, because like in that time that I was able to do that kind of stuff, like who was it? Josh had classified like my old lives as like toy TED Talks. You know, like all of a sudden, like I would just find like this little bit of information, or somebody would feed me something in the chat, you know, like not even deliberately. And I would just find something and just talk about it for like about a good, 10 to 15 minutes, and then edit it into something and like put it on Instagram, put it on YouTube, whatever, talking about hand picks, talking about, toy people, talking about, what's important to keep in your collection and what's not, FOMO, things like that. That I actually had a lot of fun just talking about, and of course expressing my own anxieties about, the amount of plastic that we have around us, what constitutes hoarding, like just little things like that, man. Which I actually had a lot of fun just waxing poetical on.
Feeling very attacked with that whole hoarding comment, but looking around.
Don't worry, dude. Like it's me preaching to the choir. You can
see your carpet. I can't see the carpet here. Someone's gonna take that out of context. Plasty, don't do it. The floor. Trevor, thank you for the super chat, my friend. He says, making up for making fun of your Canadian currency the other nights. Thank you. Since I have more space, what line would you keep if you could only keep one? Both of us, I guess. Jay?
I mean, okay, if I could only keep one line, Marvel Legends. Like bar none. Like Marvel Legends is really the flagship. That is pretty much the wheel that steers this ship down here. Because that's really where like I started to become like, of course I like Spawn before. I love Spawn. I love collecting Spawn. But it was that first series of Marvel Legends, that Captain America, that Iron Man, that Hulk. I left Toad on the pegs because it was just a rehash of an older Toad. But those, and of course the Spider-Man classics as well, which I still classify as Marvel Legends because it was the exact same, articulation scheme. So with that, I will always say, you know what? That's really the brand that's always done us well, and it rarely ever disappoints me. And that's not me being like a kiss butt. That's just me, kind of like Ryan Ting, to where like we both collected these cards, and like me, like as a fifth grader or fourth grader, whatever, wherever I was at the time, of just saying, man, wouldn't it be so cool if I had a figure of this character right here and it could move exactly like that? And wouldn't you know, we have them now. It's fantastic. So yeah, man, that would be my one, Marvel Legends.
I think that's a great, and I mean, just the sheer amount of characters that you're getting, you don't have to wait, I don't know, years. Well, I guess you do have to wait years to finish some teams, but you're constantly getting stuff. There's so many characters that I think that wave, if you could only do one, right? You can only collect one. Loophole, I'll just choose the one that has like the most toys, and I'll have a whole bunch of toys. That's the smart answer. Or you could choose, if it was just one property though, what would you choose?
Marvel. Definitely Marvel.
Still Marvel. So there you go. That covers your Ryan says, Kevin, would you say that legends never die? He's trying to get me to plug the website. Oh, I appreciate you, man. Legends Never Die t-shirts. You can get them now on toyingaround.ca. Limited stock.
Speaking of which, are you ever going to stock any more gray t-shirts?
My God, I'm going to make you a one-of-one gray Galactus. Okay?
Okay, here we go.
I'm gonna make it for you. I've got some more designs coming up, and just a whole bunch of different stuff, different ways to make shirts, designed logos. I bought some equipment, so I think I can make that one for you. the gray one. I know you've been hounding me, or you've been
for
asking
that
for it.
one.
I redid the black one in color, but it not gray. Sorry. Trevor says, "Have you pre-ordered?" This guy's just trying to enable. Have you pre-ordered Cosmic? Are you into Cosmic Legions?
I like the Cosmic Legions. I really do like the Cosmic Legions. I have my eyes set on a couple. And if anything, I think I'm gonna pay the piper and I'm gonna go via BBTS later, seeing that there's so much stuff. There's just so much stuff that's coming out right now. I mean, we're having another MezCon this weekend, and I know that Captain Nemo is dropping tomorrow. You know, and I'm all in on Rumble Society.
Oh
And
man,
then of course, like I know Mezco being Mezco, I know that they're gonna drop something else. Like I'm like my wallet's
oh,
already
it's the
like
whole weekend,
quivering.
isn't it?
Yeah, it's the entire weekend. So I'm like, they're totally gonna drop something else. Like if they don't drop it on Saturday or Sunday, they're definitely gonna drop it on Monday. They are. They totally are. So I'm already ready. So Cosmic Legions, I know that I want at least 4 of them. And I know the great thing about it is that living in Philadelphia and knowing that Dante is is a fan of Cosmic Legions as well, Dante from Infinity Equation, I know that we'll just keep going back out to ToyCon, and I'll be able to get some then when I have some cash on hand and whatnot. But yeah, I'm definitely getting them. I probably won't be going through the Kickstarter, so I'm going to be missing out on the Golden Skull and all the add-ons. But I'll at least have the figures proper, which is great. But yeah, I'm definitely getting them. Not the
Responsible
Kickstarter
collector.
pre-order, but I am going to be getting them.
Yeah, as you can see, I'm reboxing this. It's not quite Friday yet, but I'm doing some reboxing Fridays. I don't know if I'm sold on this yet. I'm gonna sit on this over the next few days. The toy show is on. You know what? I'm gonna put it on the table on the toy show on Sunday. If it sells, it sells. And I'll get my money back. I'll just price it for what I bought it for, and if it sells, it sells. You know, I don't think I'll be upset if I end up parting with this. What's going on? Yo, Action Figgy Skinny, fellow Canadian collector over in Quebec. He gets a lot of new stuff too. Go check him out on Instagram. It's Action Figgy Skinny, but I believe with 1G. But go check him out. A lot of new stuff. He does it. Man, another bot? These bots are persistent. How do I get rid of this? Uh-oh. Win or lose. Here's your chance. Wait. Hide user on this channel. I thought I did that already. Is this a new user? My live streams bring all the bots to the yard.
I've never had that pleasure. I've never had that pleasure of like a bot infiltrating one of my lives. This must be a new thing or something.
It's like webcam chats, hot girls and boys. I think your choice of words of I've never had that pleasure. Actually, I guess that worked.
All I know is looking at this armadillo figure is going to be awesome. I'm up in the air as to whether or not I want to.
Did you only get Shriek from that wave?
What's up?
Did you only get the one figure from the wave?
I only got the one figure, seeing that was the only one that was on GameStop that day. I know that probably the only other figure that I am down for in that wave is probably the video game Miles. I think that looks pretty sweet.
Oh yeah, that thing looks fantastic.
Yeah.
Legends never die. Thank you, Ryan, for the transition. Toyingaround.ca. Limited sizing available. Rise LRB says, I'm from Toronto. Is there a toy show this weekend? Mississauga 80s Toy Con, October 3rd. I think it's 10 to 4 p.m. Go check it out. Lots of stuff. Make sure, I believe you have to have your vaccine identification to show to get in. So that's a bonus. Oh, turn on subscriber only. I could
There
do
you
that.
go.
So everyone go subscribe now. That's a good way to get people to subscribe. Toy Farce is awake. How are you doing? And yeah, get rid of those bots. All right, I'm gonna open. Shoot. You ever have that problem? It's like too much stuff to open.
Actually, let's see. I've got one more thing to open, but all those, like, I'm not like in any rush to do it. What do you got to open?
I have this John Hammond. I keep calling him Daryl Hammond, but that's the guy from Saturday Night Live. John Hammond from Jurassic Park that I didn't get to the last few weeks. Did you back at Galactus actually?
I did, yeah. I'm really looking forward to that one. I'm really looking forward to that. That's going to be terrific.
Yeah, make sure you get those points. When I mentioned it earlier, the Marvel Unlimited points, a whole bunch of people said they didn't get there. So I don't know what to do with that.
I actually have no idea. Like, where do you even find those?
I think they email you because I looked at my account and it's not in my account there on Marvel Unlimited.
Let's see here.
Winger Lou says, I think this bot has an extra space in the name or something. Man, Winger Lou has a good eye for this stuff. Yes, my broken finger will be at the toy show. Oh, if the nail falls off, somebody can buy it. Bunch of weirdos. Kevin spares no expense. What do you mean? What do you mean? Where do they come to the point? So yeah, I don't know. I think they're supposed to email you a code, and then you redeem this code for points in Marvel Unlimited. I don't know. I want to say I never got the email. I even searched Hasbro Pulse. I searched Marvel Unlimited in my spam folder, and nothing's in there. Also, the Gmail interface is the worst email interface in the world.
It used to be really user friendly. It's not so much anymore.
All I want to do is sort by who sent me the email, like alphabetically, and it doesn't do that.
No.
Yeah, take a finger with my selfie at the show. It'll look like I'm flipping you off. Can I also ban the wrestling? No, I'm kidding. Do you get points for Galactus? I think you get points for Galactus. I have to double check. Is that Wrestling Hound different from the Wrestling Hound? Chamba? All right, I'll double check.
There's two of them? There's actually two, the Wrestling Hound and Wrestling Hound?
And that Wrestling Hound.
That Wrestling Hound. Let me see. Do I want, what else do I got here? I've got...
Oh, I opened this from the wrong side.
Do I want to open that? There's something that Alex Richards... You know what? I will open that. There's something that Alex Richardson had enabled me on. And this is something that I actually... I had one before. I did a video on it. And then I sold it off to Animated Heroes.
Oh, nice.
I kind of just like wasn't feeling it anymore. And I thought, I was like, you know what? Like, I already have like 3 or 4 Daredevils already. I was like, I don't really need like the armored Daredevil anymore. And I saw him put up this beautiful picture. And I said, damn you, man. Like you've made me rebuy this figure. Like, I bought this figure, did a video on it, thought about keeping it, thought about letting it go. I let it go. It's been a year. And now thanks to this picture, I want it again. I want this figure again. And of course, just knowing that Renee had sculpted this one and seeing that I'm a big fan of his work, I was like, you know what? Screw it. Let's just get it. Let's just get it again. And yeah, and I think Hasbro Toy Shop, which is, I think, like I have no like I can't even keep up with it anymore as to whether or not Hasbro Toy Shop is the same as Hasbro Pulse. You know, if they're one and the same or different, because I remember it used to be Hasbro Toy Shop.
Hasbro Toy Shop is that
The
the
eBay,
eBay page?
the eBay store, yeah. So
Right.
they were selling this guy for 15, and I was like, you know what? Let's just pick it up. Like I had a great time, you know, with it on my channel. And I was like, screw it. You know, let's just get it again.
I still haven't opened that Daredevil. I think I'm keeping that Wave 1 on card.
It's beautiful on card as well. It really is beautiful on card. But with what I saw Alex do with this figure, I'm like, man, it's just incredibly photogenic. And I love the alternate head, because of course that I think that was actually sculpted. That was sculpted by Mayshelf. Renee had done the figure, I believe, and then Mayshelf did the head.
Did
Yeah.
you see Mayshelf's IG story?
I did, yeah. I'm very sad to see that he's not going to be doing Legends anymore. He's still going to be doing other stuff, but I am very sad to see that
He's
he's not.
so
Gonna
talented. I'm sure like there's no question that he's
Yeah.
going to continue in this
He's
field.
he's going to be doing other stuff. Like I'm sure that he'll probably still be, you know, doing stuff for Select and whatnot. Did you get that Titanium Man that he did?
I did not.
It's a gorgeous piece. It really is a gorgeous piece.
Nathan's Toy Nation, have a good night. Yeah, I saw him post that, and I'm like, oh, that's really unfortunate. But you know, I don't know what the circumstances are for that situation. But for me,
Yeah.
you know, I love the products that he put out. So I sent him a message. I'm like, oh man, it sucks, but you know, I'm sure you'll still be doing awesome stuff, dude. He enabled me to get a Venom, the Venom Pool bath.
Oh, it's great, isn't it?
I'm not a huge Deadpool guy. I'm not a huge symbiote everything guy, but like just looking at that thing, like he that's another one he did head to toe, and that bath is beautiful.
It's really impressive. It really is impressive. That was, I mean, 2020. You know, for as much as it kind of sucked. Well, no, not kind of. 2020 did suck.
Yeah,
but there were some damn good Build-A-Figures that year.
That was in 2020, was it?
Yeah, Venom Pool was 2020. The Build-A-Figures that I really liked that year. He also did Strong Guy. Did you get Strong Guy? He did Strong Guy, which I really liked. And then the other Build-A-Figures that year that I really liked. I liked that aside from the head, but then again, it was pretty true to the source material. Was that Abomination? That Abomination was actually really nice from the Gamerverse wave.
Do you think we're gonna get a Abomination? You've seen the Shang-Chi trailers,
The
right?
Shang-Chi, yeah. I would really hope, yeah, that we get something new there. I think that'd be really nice. I am looking forward to what it is the Legends team is going to be giving us come Hasbro PulseCon time. Because if it's going to be like anything last year, oh man, like there's going to be a lot. This is okay. I'll go ahead and put my money where my mouth is. I'll make a gentleman's bet with everybody right now. So last year I made the prediction, and I said I have a feeling Hasbro PulseCon 2021, and I think I put it on my Instagram. We are going to be seeing a 2-pack of this. This is just a gut feeling. It's just in my gut. That now that we have a Joe Fixit,
Right,
you know, from that Gamerverse wave, they have the makes for it. They totally have the makes to do a comic Joe Fixit. And I think the only new things that they probably need for this Wolverine is just a coat. And that's it. It's just a coat. Because I think they could probably get away with using other sleeve arms and just painting them white. But I'm hoping that we see this Suits 2-pack. Like
I already have this head.
Yeah.
Oh god.
So this is like the one thing that like I'm betting cash money on. I have no insider knowledge. I have nothing. But this is like one thing I'm like, all right, I think we may be seeing this. We might be.
You have to say that now. Now that you're a revealer, you have to put the say it at the bottom of the screen. I have no previous knowledge, and these all thoughts are property of J Hernandez.
All thoughts do not belong to Unboxing Thursdays or Toying Around. This is all coming from the mouth of J Hernandez. Yeah, it's
Ryan's
I'm
actually
thinking,
in the chat typing that up right now. Everything Jay's saying right now has not been confirmed. I will not confirm or deny. Oh, but instead he wrote, "Logan is better shirtless." Dang, what is going on? Sex bots.
But yeah,
Report.
I would hope or if it's not coming 2021, I'm hoping this will be a possibility later down the line because I think this would make a killer 2-pack. That's actually one of my favorite covers as well. I love that cover. I love that cover so much. And I would hope that like that we see like more like off the beaten path like sets. Like there's another one that I have on hand right here. And I have like what I have a t-shirt with the same image, seeing that it's not iconic to a lot of people. But for some reason, like this is just super iconic to me. And this is like my comic from back in the day that I still have. And this is that all new fantastic. Like, how would this be for just for a box set right there? Of just, but although what it is that we need that Dan Ketch, which you know some folks had been asking for. And then of course, like here, like you have somewhat of a like the that you have like some type of like Joe Fixit variant that you could probably do right there. And then here, like you probably get like a retooling of like a Days Future Past Wolverine right there. And then Spidey being Spidey. But yeah, this is like another one of those covers to where I'm like, man, like this is like one of those ones where I'm like, man, I would kill to have this team in comic form.
Right Mackerson says that would be a fantastic box set.
Wouldn't it though? Of just like all those heavy hitters in like one box set: Ghost Rider, the Incredible Hulk, Wolverine, and Spider-Man, the new Fantastic Four.
I actually posted a picture of that What If comic a few weeks ago. It's like, what if that team had stayed together and like the Fantastic Four never escaped and that team stayed, and like Peter Parker was stressing, he was paying bills and renting out floors in the Baxter building to make money for the team and stuff. It was kind of weird, and everyone came after them. All their villains came after them, and ultimately they were saved by Doom. And they're like, yeah, if we can't fight them as a team and we need to be saved by Doom, this team is worthless. And then they ended up disbanding. It was a weird comic, but that's yeah. When I was looking at the cover, I'm like, that would be a cool team to have, and it's not it wouldn't be that far off, other than the Ghost Rider.
Yeah. And I think that would probably be like that only like that one new, like probably like some type of rubber overlay or something like that they
again. I have no advanced knowledge, and everything I'm saying is just speculation.
Like, and that's just it. Like that's what I do. Like sometimes, like on my free time, like, what legends could they use already just with like some minor tooling here and there? So like I think about like a Dan Ketch, because of course, like we have like the Ghost Rider figures that we have now. I think they're beautiful, but of course they're Johnny Blaze. And I think of what it is that they are doing now, with like these rubber overlays that they are doing, and I think it's still possible just to get that articulation out of it. Of just like getting like that little spiked leather jacket thing, the gauntlets, whatever on that one. I mean, really, like the big thing, if they wanted to make a new Riders, would just be the motorcycle, and that's it. And I think that would be really cool. And that's just me being a freaking geek when it comes to like old like 90s Marvel stuff, man. Like I could go on and on about that kind of stuff.
I mean, you collect cards, and somebody over there is a huge card collector. Sometimes I feel like you flip through some of these pages we're getting a lot of these characters. Just look through your old card stacks, and I have a sneaking suspicion Ryan's like, all right, let's just go through the card binder and we'll see who hasn't been made yet. And that was one of the hints in the last stream, right?
It was. It totally was. But although like but who was it? Like folks were saying like who like I think it was Sleepwalker and what was it? Was it New Warriors? Speedball, I think it was.
Yeah.
And then I said, wait a minute though. I was like, what about the versus cards? Like, are versus cards free game? And I think Ryan had said, yeah, all 126 cards are free games plus the holograms. I'm like, oh man, that opens it up.
I didn't even know some of those card sets, because obviously this kind of collecting was before the internet, so it's not like you could just card sets now. Oh, what's in this set? What should I collect it? So there's a lot of stuff I've never seen before, and Ryan will send me from time to time. He'll be like, I just got this variant. I'm like, I've never even seen this before in my life. This is insane.
Who is? Oh man, Rick Jones is here saying Conan Savage Avengers box set. Now I have been a very huge fan of that Savage Avengers Conan, and I am hoping that. And I have no idea like what the licensing issues are there, as far as Conan is concerned, seeing that of course he is at Marvel right now. And that's always just been like that little slippery slope to where I'm like, man, like I would love to see, a Conan. I would love to see like a Rom Space Knight or something like that, out of these guys, because I know that they'd be beautiful. And of course, like we have seen Rom Space Knight in a 4-inch, I think, like back in the day. I thought it was really cool. Sabretooth that's a nice one, man. Sabretooth, Magneto, and of course the Colossus Bath. Like those are definitely like the MVPs of that wave. I think those look terrific.
This is interesting, design-wise. Every X-Men in AOA, I believe, has this leather collar with the rivets. So to see how this goes on, this is actually pegged into that back.
Pegged into the back.
That's interesting. That's a cool design. Did anyone order the George Lucas Stormtrooper figure? Ah, man, I did not.
I got 2 of them.
It's not that I don't want one. I don't think it looks enough like George Lucas. But
I'll break you all off as to why I got 2. I actually could care less for the George Lucas head. I just want more builders. That's right. It.
I mean, they had a Stormtrooper Luke and a Stormtrooper Han Solo before, and if you didn't have Stormtroopers, that was a good way to army build.
That was a good way to get them.
So yeah, there is that, but I don't think it looks enough like him, and it's fan channel. It's not an exclusive. So if I see it, I'll probably end up buying it. Somebody made a point that it would be good to have with the Dave Filoni Trapper Wolf. And I believe that is an exclusive. So if I can get that, then, they'll have me on Lucas. But I had a really serious chat with Ernie and the Toy Migos last week about the pattern of Black Series lately and where it's headed. And I've kind of soured on it a little bit.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all. Because like I will say that like I'm not the biggest fan of Clone Wars. I never really got into the animated stuff. Like even when it came to Ahsoka coming into Mandalorian, like I did the research that I had to do to, just to know where it is that this character was coming from. But when I see just like the amount of repaints and rehashes that are coming out, which, like I can take, to a certain extent, but when I see just a whole other library of characters that just aren't being made, I'm like, come on, guys. Like even the plans that they have for the Mayfeld figure, for the Mandalorian line, which is just essentially all it is that they are giving us is just a Bill Burr head sculpt, and that's
right.
it.
You can put it on that Stormtrooper that he suited up on. Or the Shore Trooper, I forget. Tank, I don't know. There's so many.
Yeah, I think it's one of them Shore Troopers, yeah, or something like that. And really, I thought that we were gonna get his first appearance with the gun on his shoulder and whatnot. I thought that was great.
That thing's sick.
We're not getting that.
We haven't gotten anything.
No.
And yeah, I know you're a big Bill Burr fan,
Oh yeah,
and he's mentioned that he was scanned for.
he was scanned. Yeah.
Just waiting for it. But did you end up liking Ahsoka?
Oh yeah,
I
thought she was wonderful in the show. Yeah.
This guy's got gigantic arms.
Some huge pythons.
Do they not do double elbows for something like this?
I think it'd be kind of pointless with that amount of mass on the
bicep?
arms.
Clearly, I'm speaking as somebody who has no muscles. It's like he's like, well, if you curl too much, the bicep over here gets in the way. I'm like, can we double jointed? Ryan says he's tapping out. Don't reveal too many future Legends figures. You two influencers.
Later, Ryan. Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Ryan. Yeah, we're keeping all of our secrets. That kind of message doesn't help with this. Chris thinks that I have all the secret emails, that I get secret emails with all the information. He's saying it all the time. So when we're chatting in the group chat and I'm like, oh, I wonder about this and that, he goes, why don't you just check your email? As a joke. I'm like, and it's like, I don't have any information. And then Ryan comes in here and says like, hey, don't reveal too much stuff. That doesn't help. I don't
Which doesn't
know
help.
anything.
Ooh, the paint on that is nice.
This thing looks so good. I can't wait to complete this.
The paint on that looks really nice.
Yeah, gaming greats for Black Series is literally just taking a stormtrooper, giving him an extra weapon and some effect for the most part, and then charging you in Canada, what, 37, 38? In the US, I don't know how much it is, but luckily for me, I don't collect most of that gaming grade stuff. I'll get Cal Kestis. I'll get Cal Kestis Deluxe with all of his accessories, but some of that stuff. I think the outrage this week was that what was that trooper from this week? It was another gaming one, and people were just going off on how lazy the translation was into an action figure form. Let me see. This one right here. Star Wars Republic Commando RC1138. And people just had like comparisons about the actual character, what this looks like, what other customizers have made that look a lot better than this figure. So I don't know. It seems like a lot of reuse.
Yeah.
Which is fine. Like reuse makes sense, but to a certain extent. And
yeah.
And I think that's part of where the wallpaper joke came from. It's like you're a part of me felt like they were just selling you card backs now. Selling you card backs with a repainted figure inside, and then it's like might as well just buy wallpaper, which is all card back.
Pretty much. All right. I'm incredibly stupid for selling this guy off. This guy is awesome. This guy is
that
just
nice
too good.
Candy apple.
Yeah, I was a big dummy. I was a big dummy for selling this guy off, and I shouldn't have done that. I really shouldn't have done that.
T. Bellet says, I'm done with Black Series until they step it up. Huge Star Wars fan, but my focus has shifted to improving my displays and dialing in on key characters and scenes. That's a good...
I had to make a rule. I had to make a rule myself for Star Wars Black Series, seeing that I too was not crazy about where the brand was going. And this was about like 3 years ago or so. When The Mandalorian came out, I was like, you know what? I'm pretty much getting rid of everything else, or I'm just not displaying everything else. And we're just in for Mando now. And that's it. You know, anything and everything in the Mando universe stays, everything else can go. You know, maybe like aside from like my Return of the Jedi Luke and my Vader, which, you know, are like my two from like my childhood there. But everything else, I'm like, this can go. Han Solo, you can go. Chewie, you can go. Princess Leia, you can go. Like all these guys can just go. Mando stays because it makes everything so much easier as to what it is that I have to pick up.
Yeah, and I mean, how many Mandalorians have we gotten in credit collection?
Yeah, and those variants, like
Carbonized.
I'm not even messing with, like I'm not even messing with them at all. Like you got like the whatchamacallit, the carbonized versions. You got the carbonized versions, you got the credit versions, which I just have not been feeling at all.
That drives, like, the carbonized version drives me nuts. I know it's not for me, but people are like, "Oh, I'm gonna pay an extra $8 to $10 for this just to get a shiny coat and a new shiny box." And you have this figure, and you know, we talked about it last week. Part of the problem is there's people who are gonna pay for it,
Yeah.
and buy that stuff. And you know, as a company who's like, I'm still getting money for these things, why would I stop? So that's not gonna stop. Think about it as a business to be like, oh, what? I want you to stop giving me money and I just have to do as very little as possible. Like, no, that just, unfortunately, that's the reality sometimes.
Yeah.
Kevin
Which I'm
is
just
crazy.
not into it at all. Like I would this is just where I'm coming from, which is why I bought two Georges yesterday. I would rather have a whole bunch of just the one figure of just a stormtrooper, of just a builder, than I would to have like the same exact figure but just redecoed with all these different troopers.
And is that inherently just part of Star Wars collecting? Because in some aspects, Lucas knew going in what he was doing was like merchandising.
Oh
Which
yeah.
ultimately, you know, can you? I guess it's a little bit of blame with everyone.
Yeah. I mean, and you even see just like if for those of us who did watch The Toys That Made Us, of just that huge freaking turmoil of Kenner, you know, really just like putting out things sporadically, and then the license going back to Hasbro, and then like and really just like the amount of money that George and the gang were getting from what it is that Kenner was doing and what it is that they were getting when Hasbro was doing it and whatnot. So like now you see just like anything and everything which can be recycled these days. I mean, even those credit, you know, Death Troopers, which I think, and I use this term pretty sparingly when it comes to talking about any figures, because I try not to be too negative on this kind of stuff. But man, they really don't look great. They just really don't.
That
look
is the
great at
most
all.
Canadian way of talking shit about something, Jay. Man, like you set me up. You set me up. Like I try to be positive, this and that, and I thought, I'm like, oh boy, here we go. Let it out. You're like, they really are not great. Like, oh, okay. I thought it was gonna be something serious. I mean, I'm sure you've seen the live chat comments. That is the tamest negativity. There we go. Oh my god, these look so cool.
That is pretty rad.
Who sculpted this? Do we know who sculpted Colossus?
That I have no clue. No clue.
Because it's beautiful. AOG says thoughts on the current state of and the future of Hasbro's G.I. Joe classified line.
I mean, this this is my thing with G.I. Joe. As a fan, as a lifelong fan, I will always take what I can get. And I think that a lot of collectors are of that same opinion, is that we will always take what we can get when it comes to G.I. Joe, because of course, you know, we will see that sometimes, you know, they will experience that that renaissance, like they will come back, and they will, you know, come out with like a lot of great designs, a lot of great, types of articulation for these figures. You go back to even what it is that Hasbro was able to do for these guys with the 25th anniversary, which was beautiful. I thought that was a gorgeous time for GI Joe collectors. And I find now, when it comes to the fandom behind GI Joe, especially just really with the toy collectors, is that there is a lot of infighting, which I think shouldn't be there, because I think we should all be positive on the brand. You have a lot of folks clamoring for 3 3/4, the 4-inch. You have a lot of folks clamoring for, the continuation of classified and whatnot. And of course, I'm not going to beat around the bush about it. I enjoyed Snake Eyes, but a lot of people didn't, and I can't change their mind on what it is, that they thought,
Right.
what they thought of the movie itself and their experience. I can't change that. I know that I dug it. But we saw, the only thing that we can't change is how it did perform. And it didn't perform well. Unfortunately, it didn't perform well. So, of course, that really does stick in the craw of where classified is going to go, because, of course, we're not going to be seeing any more movie figures. I have a feeling that, of course, we are probably going to be seeing these on a deep discount later on. I can't say that for Snake Eyes or Storm Shadow, perhaps the other two that have just come out, they're like this past week or so, which have been spotted in Target and whatnot. But I think, hopefully, if that enthusiasm is still there for the line, it will continue. As we can see, Breaker has been pretty plentiful, in Targets these days. So there hasn't been a problem with collectors finding that guy. And I will commend Hasbro and Target, for as many mistakes as they made last year.
Yeah.
This year, they really made up for it. They really made up for it, in the biggest way possible. For anyone who wanted these figures, they were able to get these figures. Whether it came to your Cobra infantry, whether it came to your Cobra troopers, whether it came to your Vipers, we were able to get them. And of course, people were able to find that little workaround to where if you had a few email addresses, you could get a few more figures. You could get a few more builders. I know that, I didn't abuse it, but I got like 2 of everything, my Vipers and my troopers and whatnot. So I have a feeling that if the enthusiasm is still there, and if people are still buying these things the way that they are buying them now, I have a feeling that they're not going anywhere. Like the main classified line isn't going anywhere. And of course, we still have content aside from the toys themselves that have yet to even come out. Like we're talking about the video game and potentially a new cartoon as well. So as long as we have, like, Hasbro dipping their pen in all sorts of inkwells right now, and writing the checks, then we're not going to be seeing a decline in this stuff. Granted, are we going to be seeing as many releases as we do with Star Wars and Marvel Legends? Probably not. But we're still seeing stuff. Now, that's me being positive about it. But
here we go.
We could see, inevitably, what happened with the 25th line and the 30th line happening to classified, which it could become something that becomes more specialty. Like if for those of y'all who are OGs, if you all remember the GI Joe Collector Club, that could very well happen again. And you could see, these classified figures coming out in limited numbers, and nobody's going to be happy. But that's me thinking at really like the darkest timeline, as it were, right there. Like that's really where I don't want the classified line to go. It's just something so niche and so specialty that none of us are going to be able to get it. So I'm hoping that the video game is popular. a new cartoon will be popular, and we'll still be seeing these figures out there. Because I have a feeling that like there's a lot of 30 to 40-year-olds that still collect this stuff. And as you can see, like even for me, like with my 8 to 9 troopers that I have over there, my 4 Vipers, that's just me. Like you see people like Marauder Rubin who have like these immense collections. You have people like G Ronan, who is it? Granger Benson, who has like these amazing amounts of troopers out there. Pharaoh Black, if you've seen
Oh, he's army building like crazy.
his
I gotta go
collection,
handle
man, like
something. I'll be right back.
there is an enthusiasm out. You going?
Give me 2 minutes. Gotta go handle something.
Oh yeah.
Finish what you're saying about Joe's.
Yeah. So yeah, if that enthusiasm is still there for the line, this particular series isn't going anywhere, which is something that I am deeply hoping for, because of course we still have a lot of characters that have not been made yet. Of course, we have yet to see a Dreadnought made so far. We haven't even seen a classic Storm Shadow made so far. So I'm hoping that come Hasbro PulseCon, we will be seeing this stuff. And I am hoping that they do come out with with guns blazing. And the great thing about it, and the great thing about this, and of course, guys, I can talk about this forever. The great thing about Cobra Island is that it is no longer a 4-letter word. With the way that they are handling it now, and if they keep on handling it that way, a lot of us are still going to remain happy in the line right now. So it's great going into Hasbro PulseCon and not having that fear of not being able to get what I want with these nice open-windowed pre-orders. With what it is that we saw with Breaker, what it is that we saw with Barbecue as well. And I do understand that there were some folks's pre-orders that were canceled, unfortunately. But I am hoping that we aren't going to see that this time around. But the majority of people's pre-orders were still kept, which is great. So I am hoping that it's going to be the same case when we go into Hasbro PulseCon, and perhaps like we aren't even going to be seeing a Cobra Island thing anymore. But who's to say? It's all speculation anyway. And like I said, we still have a lot of characters to get through. Like I said, we have the Dreadnoks, we have the Serpentor, would be fantastic. And even if this soon out of the gate, which they have been doing with, of course, Cobra Commander, Pimp Daddy Destro, things like that. I wouldn't even mind seeing an Iron Grenadiers Destro. Like we still have that other splinter group to get through there, to where like we would have the Iron Grenadiers, those builders as well. So yeah, man, I'm still pretty hip, and I think it still has a future. Long story short.
Fantastic answer. I'm not huge
go.
into GI Joe, so I think your answer is the one to go with. I had to go quickly because you're right. My garage door was open. No, it was not. Guys are hilarious. Yeah, man. It's someone mentioned. I think Jonathan mentioned something about they got to change up the exclusives. But you're right. It does seem like they're making an effort to make more figures available, because only recently, or up until recently, at my Toys R Us, they never had a dedicated GI Joe section because they were so rare, or they would fly off the shelves, that there was no shelf space for it. So they, at a store, it'll be on one shelf here, one shelf there. It'll be behind the cash, the customer service, because it was they didn't have a dedicated spot for it. But now there's like 4 or 5 rows of shelves at Toys R Us for this stuff, and you can see there's stock, so it looks like something's been changing.
That's pretty sweet. That is really sweet. Like even like folks like going to Target these days, of finding a Flint, a Lady J,
right?
Sometimes even a random trooper every now and again, which is great. And then of course this week seeing seeing those breakers just stacked. Like Greg Miller was able to pick me up a breaker this week, which I had mentioned earlier, which I am really looking forward to. And I have a feeling the reason why they keep fat stacking them is because potentially those things could be builders as well. All you need to do is just replace the head.
Oh yeah. Barbecue, and is barbecue an exclusive? BBQ?
From Cobra Island, yeah.
Okay. Oh shoot, the mighty Most Jeff. Thank you for becoming a channel member and joining the Butter Nation. Welcome and enjoy. Thank you. Happy to have you here. My friend Courtney wants to know, Jay, are you in on the Super 7 line of Joes?
With that one, I'm gonna have with most Super 7 stuff, seeing that it's a little pricey for me. And as far as the scale is concerned, I am very picky and choosy with that kind of stuff. It's pretty much going to be that same way with Mezco and their GI Joe line as well, because I don't have all the money in the world. But when it comes to Super 7, when it comes to what it is that they are putting out, I really like how it looks, but I'm going to limit myself to what it is that I pick up. So I'm going to wait for them to make a Snake Eyes version 2 with Timber, picking that up, definitely picking that up. And possibly if they ever make a Cobra Commander, if the hood is ever okayed again, I will pick that up as well. Not to say that I don't like the Cobra Commander that they have now. I think it looks beautiful.
Yeah.
But I'm more a fan of that hooded look. And possibly a Destro or a Baroness when those things come out. Seeing that, and a Storm Shadow, of course. Like those are really like my characters right there. Like those are the ones that I just latch on to. The Joes proper, like of course I'll get them in classified, but Mezco Super 7, more than likely not. Even when I was a kid, I was more into, it's like this character's dressing all black. I want that guy. I want the ninja. The ninja's awesome. Most like, oh man, like I was just ecstatic when they made Road Pig a ninja. I'm like, oh, a ninja. He's awesome. But yeah, with Super 7, I got to be really picky and choosy with those guys. And I apologize for not seeing the questions. It's like I think like the chat here in this one is a little slow.
Is the StreamYard chat slow for you?
It might be.
Or are you on YouTube?
I'm on the StreamYard here.
Oh, it should all be there. That's straight. Oh, maybe it didn't scroll or something.
Yeah, probably. That's probably what it was.
Yeah, it has been a lot of Joes, GI Joe at True. So happy for everyone there. Let's see how that continues. If there are still complaints, this Sabretooth with the swappable ponytails, they're not they're the same thing. Are they supposed to be two of the same?
I have no idea.
Does anyone else have the Sabretooth? Are you supposed to have two of the same hair for the head sculpt? You never know. I mean, it works. It's just, why would they pack two if you could take one from one head and go to the other? Especially when the Colossus looks this flowy. Look at that.
Did you get the whole set?
I'm missing Magneto, who doesn't have a bath piece, and I'm missing Legion. So I'm just missing a leg, and that's it.
Nice.
And now the leg. Do you have anything else left to open? You want to go like another 10-ish minutes, see if anyone has more questions.
I don't have anything else to open right now. Nothing that I'm like too enthused to like open up. I'm like, that can wait. But if anyone has any questions at all, I don't mind hanging out for another 10 minutes or so.
Yeah, let's do that. Mario says Colossus come with instructions or not. It's just arms and legs, okay? You don't need instructions for that. It's not a MODOK where it's very difficult to like fit all these pieces under and in. That's why I'm not getting that exclusive, the PulseCon exclusive MODOK with the captain.
I'm actually picking that one up. I think I like that one better than the regular MODOK.
If you could, does he come with like a regular MODOK face to go with the Elvis?
I don't think so.
Are you not a fan of the regular MODOK figure?
I thought I do dig it. I do dig it, but I was never really that big of a MODOK fan. But like this one is just is just loopy enough to where like I'd love it just to have like just chilling by my edit bay over here. I'm like, yeah, that's fun. I like that.
It is cool. It's like in one panel of that Next Wave story where there's a whole bunch of those Elvis Modocs, I believe,
Yeah.
which is yeah, if you they had them here. They had them here at GameStop Canada, and I almost got it. So I think they put them out. They weren't supposed to, and then I think head office sent out a memo afterwards, like, you guys shouldn't like take these off. Whoever you're holding them for, you can't sell them. This and that. So whoever got it in early, luckily I have a really cool group of people who help out locally. Who they find all the stuff. They're like, and they're cool with helping me out. So shout outs to that hidden group.
That is hilarious, man.
Do you collect horror figures?
I actually don't. I used to back in the day. I used to collect those movie maniacs from McFarlane.
Mm-hmm.
But no, like not so much these days. Not so much these days. I think the only thing that I have closest to horror figures hanging out here, I have the two the two terror dogs from Diamond Select's Ghostbusters line. Seeing that I wasn't too crazy about Hasbro's Build-A-Figure ones. But yeah, those are like pretty much like the closest thing that I have to those. But yeah, I don't collect too many horror figures anymore these days.
Yeah, I'm not into horror either, so no, sorry. Paz, I have a question. Where do you get the set for your action figures? I'm assuming.
Oh, you're talking about like my dioramas and
Diorama?
whatnot. Yeah, so I get them from That Guy's Customs on Instagram. This beautiful freaking sci-fi diorama here. This was made by Foamaholic Hustlers. This is just beautiful right here. I also have them made by, I have the beautiful dojo by Boba Chuck. I also have, I don't know if he still makes stuff. He was in a little bit of hot water. Flashworks Art. I have a beautiful warehouse from him. And then of course 796 Studios. He made me a beautiful hallway that I still use to this day. Who else? Another good artist is a Dead World Dios. And then you also have may you rest in peace, Toyographer, Matt, and it sucks. I'm a horrible person. I can't remember his last name right now. But I have a couple of dioramas from him. But yeah, like really, it's like you can find these artists on Instagram. Usually, they have stuff for sale, as is, or you can commission them as well. So yeah, that's pretty much where I get all my stuff from. I do love these dioramas, but although these days, and I was having a conversation with somebody about this, I'm having just as much fun taking like those light box style pics. Like I'll put like a piece of like white foam core on the bottom and just like use my off-white wall, and it's all just lighting tricks. And I just make like these beautiful like crisp, white pics. And I have just as much fun doing those as well. But yeah, that's where I get all my
did
stuff.
that with Spawn the other day. It looks really, really clean.
I was surprised, dude, like how clean that thing actually came out. Thanks, man.
I have an issue here. Is this Rogue supposed to have another boot top here?
I can't see it.
Oh, here.
I thought so.
Oh no, it's not a boot thing. It's a thigh thing.
There you go.
Noob. I think the space boots look cool.
Because yeah, that's pretty much an all new sculpt, isn't it?
For these feet, yeah, they're not like the skinny heels or whatnot. Jonathan says he was lucky he got his deluxe Zartan. Shout outs to the people who got that. That's a really cool set. Getting that early must be nice. Clockwork Collectibles, thank you for the super chat, man. What's going on? He says, forget MODOK. I want Tiger King figures with a Carol Baff. What did she need to be the Baff? Maybe there's like a Baff Tiger.
A Baff Tiger.
Is there another Tiger King show coming out?
I have no. It'd be really funny if there was.
It's crazy to think that that was the beginning of the pandemic. Like that was the time period.
Right? Strength. Oh, there we go. Thanks, Koji. Koji in the house. Matt Morlock. There we go. Matt
Oh,
Morlock,
that's right.
choreographer.
He had the snake as his avatar, right? Like Splinter Cell. No, not Splinter Cell. Metal Gear. Snake.
Yeah, Metal Gear. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. That's right.
Did you pick up Goliath from Gargoyles by NECA?
I have it on pre-order. It hasn't come in yet though. And I'm hoping that somebody out there, some printing wizard, will find a way to make that wing cape, because
Oh, the
those
wings
wings,
that-
those wings take up a lot of real estate, man. I love the
Right.
figure, but man, those wings are huge.
I ordered it from BBTS, so I'm still waiting. But I heard BBTS is starting to ship. So
Oh, right on. Oh yeah,
And
I have it. I have it pre-order from them as well. So we'll see what's up.
are you a Silverhawks fan? What do you think about?
I'm
Super
gonna pick.
7
I'm
or
gonna pick
Ramen
up a
toys?
couple from Super 7. I definitely am gonna pick.
Oh.
Like, I'll definitely get Bluegrass when he comes out. But as far as paying the premium for the ramen toys, I don't know, man. That's a tough call. Like, I don't know if I'm like that big of a Silverhawks fan to pay that much of a premium for those characters. They look great.
How
I
much
don't
is
know if I-
Ramen toys?
They look. I will just say this: they look expensive. Like, and that's just it. Like for me, just like looking at them, like, yeah, that looks expensive to me. But yeah,
Holy crap! The detail on this Colossus is like the metallic skin muscles. It's so nice.
that's pretty great. Like, I'm
Yeah.
not even an AOA fan, but I'd want to own that.
Look at that. It's really nice. Got the deep crunch there. Oh, this comes off. Oh, this has the classic. Look, it's got like the Ninja Turtle style where you button in right at the logo. Oh, that's so cool. You don't really, not that many legends have that, do they? This
To
button.
where, like, yeah, you can take them on and off. Yeah, the new whatchamacallit, Hercules has that, which is great. Like, you can just like take it off.
All right, let's see. Skin muscles. What would you call this? This is skin muscles. He's got no skin because does he have skin or he has metal skin? He can't have skin if his muscles are like this. There's no fat. There's no tissue here. This is just all metallic.
There we go. Mr. Jones said, yeah, Renee did this one.
These are like bass guitar strings or something, like the Sentinel Toy Biz bath. How much that Colossus bath sell for loose? I don't know. It's pretty new. Go.
I know
Maybe-
that Dorkside was selling theirs for like, I think like 85, somewhere around there.
I think that's what they sell new baths for, right?
Yeah. And knowing the
Ooh.
secondary market, it'll probably be going for that exact same price, anywhere between 80 to 90.
Get this. If you're on the fence, get this. Look at this face. Look at his face.
Pretty
How can
sweet.
you not love this face?
Now, this is an interesting question. If somebody were to make a Metal Gear series, who should it be?
Ooh.
And this is going to sound incredibly controversial, but I thought that they did a wonderful job enough the first time around. I'd give it to McFarlane again. I would totally give Metal Gear to McFarlane again, because I loved what it is that they did in the first place. And I think with a little bit of, with some of the articulation that they are doing now, I think I'd love it.
What is going on?
There's more. Oh man.
Is this the stream to spam the sex bots? I know win or lose. They already got him. Not win or lose. Toyrensu. Dorkside has AOA Colossus for 90. I can see them reusing that face for Isaiah Bradley, Captain America. Oh, that would be cool. That would be very cool.
Oh yeah.
Metal Gear would be cool in a G.I. Joe classified series style.
That would be cool. That would be really cool.
I think I've only played Metal Gear Solid 4, and it's one of the few video games that I've completed from beginning to end.
It's a great game. I remember like back in the day, like this was like back like in 2000, 2004, 2005. Like my roommate would just like come in my room and bum my cigarettes and just like play Metal Gear the entire time, and all I would do is just like watch because it was fun. I mean, even just watching somebody play Metal Gear is a lot of fun.
It's intense, man. You got to sneak, and then that dang alert when they find you. It's very traumatizing. PTSD from that sound. But I haven't played since MGS4. All right. Well, you have your nuptials next week.
Next week on Saturday, October 9.
Enjoy saying nuptials. And again, congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
And hopefully after that, you will, weddings, you have so many things to plan and make sure everything goes right. But hopefully after that day, you a lot less stress, a lot less on your plate. Do you have plans on what toy stuff you're going to do, or you don't want to say so out loud in case anyone is listening?
No, totally. Folks have been on me today to do a video for that Gambit, which, man, this thing really is gorgeous. This really is. Here, I'll put it back on the toy cam. This really is a beautiful figure. And like I said, like I really like Superman. Like if I wanted to pick one Mafex figure this year, like that Superman is beautiful. But like now that I have this in hand, I'm like, it's making it really difficult because
Can we see a close up of the hair and face?
This is just solid, man. This is just solid. Like, look at that. Like, paint is just on point on this guy. And I will say that for Mafex, that's actually kind of rare. But yeah, I'm just loving this figure. The soft goods are amazing. Yeah, accessories out the wazoo, and seeing that he was the same price as Superman. Yeah, this thing could very well be taking his place in my top 10 this year. But yeah, as far as like toy stuff, I'll more than likely be doing a video on this guy. I'm thinking I probably will. Probably do a live after I get married. Yeah, that's pretty much all I got planned right now. And then possibly a quick top 10. I'm not going to state what the top 10 is, but I am going to be doing a top 10 just so I can refer back to it in December. And that's pretty much it right now.
Cool, man. It's good to chat with you again.
Yeah,
and I'm sure
man.
People are happy to see you. Everyone's wishing you congratulations in the chat. Congratulations on the impending nuptials. Perfect choice of words.
Impending. Oh yeah.
Impending. I think that's right. Mario says, "Damn it, Kev! I don't think I can hold on to Gambit for enablers. It's 1 week. just open it. You opened like 70 Acid Rain figures today, but you can't hold off on Gambit for 1 more week. Sure. Do a live while you're getting married.
My God. Oh, the wife would love that.
Will I be a vendor? I will be a vendor on Sunday. I'm just trying to get rid of my stuff. You can call me a vendor. I just want to make space, and it's buy some stuff. My God.
What kind of stuff you getting rid of?
I have. Is it Soto, who made King of the Hill figures?
Oh, the Soda figures, yeah.
Soda, yes. I have 4 of those that, as much as I love them, they've just been in a box. Somebody else can enjoy them. I don't need those. Some SH Figure Arts Dragon Ball that I don't really need anymore. The new McFarlane 66 Batman figures were okay, but I don't need them. I'll probably be selling that SHF Shang-Chi. If you want it, get it. I'll autograph it for you. Buy there's a whole bunch of stuff. Oh, the DC Batman animated series Batmobile deluxe set, unopened.
Oh, that one's beautiful.
So it's the Batmobile, Bat Signal, Batman and Robin inside, unopened. It's just been sitting there, giant box taking up space. Are you going to NYCC?
Actually, Trevor, that's the weekend I'm getting married.
Oh yeah, that's next week.
Next weekend, yep.
Sell all that stuff on the shelves behind me. No, this is my Super 7 Ninja Turtles. Chris, how could you say that? But before we wrap up, again, thank you, Mista Jonz, Chris, for this fantastic artwork, which
beautiful.
is the thumbnail of this video. You're always killing it, and just a nice dude, nice as hell, and always doing this stuff. I appreciate you. Thank you. What else? Oh, look at this. All right, we're gonna time this one. Shout outs to the channel members: August Photo Inc., High School Creations, 80s Baby, Omar Vasquez, 796 Studios, Billy Moon, Kyle Wadaga, Cerebral Deep, Bitter Asian Dude, AS Collectibles, Toy Chase, Hector Ocasio, Rich M, Art by Stefano, DK Long, Darth Gutierrez, Blake Kwame, Tori Rensu, Yoko, Nasser, 16 Shooter, Star Marvel, RMD Collective, Loki, Happy Accident, Dan Who Reviews, and everyone who joined the channel today. Thank you so much. That was quick. And Jay, you are on Instagram. Let me see. Instagram.com/just Hernandez.
Just J Hernandez.
J Hernandez here on YouTube at ToyJohn1 on Twitter.
Yeah.
And thank you so much for opening all of your toys with me.
Oh yeah, I had a great
Most
time.
of your toys. That spawn is killer. That cape. Man, I wish I could rap as fast as Twista. Twista's the best. He's super fast. You can catch me on Instagram at toyingaround or on my website toyingaround.ca tomorrow night. Well, it's technically tomorrow here. Friday night at 9 p.m. Eastern, we will be talking about Marvel's What If episode 8, I believe. So come by. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about toys. We'll talk about toys that we want from that show. Would love to have you there. Subscribe to the channel now so you'll know when we go live, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Jay, thank you so much.
Thanks for having me on, man. I really appreciate it.
Congratulations, and I hope you have a beautiful, memorable day next week.
Thanks, man.
And everything going forward. Fantastic. Thank you so much. If you guys are still staying awake, go check out the Toy Migos who are live. Should be live right now on YouTube. You can't raid on YouTube, unfortunately. And I think that's it. Cool. All right, everyone. Thanks for watching. Thanks for staying. Have a great night and keep toying around.
Later, y'all.
Oh, look at that 3D effect of those thumbs.